What up, YouTube? It's your favorite traveling YouTuber's favorite traveling YouTuber. I want to welcome you guys to Change of Plans Brazil trip next month, man. I All right, so I'm back. Sorry about that. We were having a little lagging issue. All right, so we back with tonight's live. I want to welcome you guys to Change of Plans Brazil trip next month. Okay, so if you guys caught my last live, which I'm pretty sure you did because it was a really, really great live. What can I say? All I do is drop bangers. I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. So what I've decided to do, guys, is I've decided to leave the Brazil trip next month for the 24th, like we originally planned. I know the last live I was saying that we were pushing the Brazil trip up, but I really had time to think and do a lot of deep dive and a lot of soul searching. And it just seems like leaving the Brazil trip um, for um, for next month is the right thing to do, just to give us enough time to really get all of the money allocated for everything we need. It's a big trip. I want to look right. I want to give you guys a great Brazil trip. Obviously, just coming off of what some would call a mid Thailand trip. We want to go to Brazil and give you guys a banger. So I reached out to a couple of people behind the scenes, and they said it's worth the wait just to make sure all of our ducks are lined up and all of our chickens are in the eggs. You know what I mean? So I'm just we're gonna leave the Brazil trip for July 24th. And we're just gonna be fundraising to get all of the things that we need to make this trip a hitter. We are gonna be taking the channel up in about 3 weeks to get monetized. I'm super, super duper excited about it. I'm gonna be contributing everything I can to making sure that the trip goes off without a hitch. I'm really, I just really want to thank you guys for all of the donations and everything that's going to be sent in to support this Brazil trip. I really feel like it's going to be one of those ones. So we're going to book for 2 weeks. So in about 2 weeks, we're going to have July, I mean, not July, but like June 13th or 14th, I think we're going to have the first fundraiser. So in about 2 weeks, we're going to have the flight leaving Brazil to South Africa. We're gonna get that squared away. That's around like $700 fundraiser we're gonna have in a couple of weeks, and then the week after we're gonna do a B&B fundraiser. That way we can just get everything situated with Brazil and give us enough time to get everything that we need to get everything. I'm excited about the future. I got a lot of things coming down the pipeline. I'm taking my YouTube career very serious. Just gonna be bringing you guys good, clean, amazing, entertaining content for the rest of this year. I'm the last hope for the travel space. What can I say, guys? It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a special shout out that everybody that's been helping me get to this point. Obviously, the things I've been. Oh, our first guest pulls up. Our first guest pulls up. The one and only, the iconic FRE Dollar Store Fresh. Let's add him to the live. Welcome, guys, the Flyboy Way to the live tonight. Thank you. Let's see. Let me add him in. Let's add him in. Let me see if I can add him in. There we go. Oh, he brought me in.
Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoyway. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. Give me a spin real quick. We came a little bit more.
Okay. You pulled up with the 6. Oh, what's her name? Yeah.
Hello, Relly.
How you doing?
Say hello, chat.
Hello, chat.
Tell your name.
What's your name?
Hollywood Kai.
Hollywood Kai? You looking tough as Kai. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. What's going on, man? You know,
Man, I'm glad you pulled up. You pulled up with your friend. You pulled up with your female best friend,
right
basically,
yeah.
or what?
It's right here. But I feel as though, you know, she'll come in and say a little bit if you want to, you know, say hello.
Hi, y'all. I mean, if y'all got questions, I answer.
There you go.
Yeah. We definitely got questions. We got a lot of questions.
All right, so what's going on, man? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, chat?
First question: how long you been in the friend zone with her? Basically, that's the first question.
Like 2 years.
2 years? Okay. So friends sit on each other lap like that, or what's the?
Of course, that's how we do in Jersey. Ain't that you?
Somebody put in the chat you bricked up on your friend. What's up, Flyboy, man? And thanks for joining the live tonight, bro. You hear me?
It's cool, man. Again, I told you I support all creators. I respect. I support them every now and then. Come show some love.
Show some love. Okay. Yeah. You pulls up. I'm glad you pulls up, man. So What's up with your friend, man? Introduce her. We got 125 people in the building. What's going on? Let's introduce your friend and let's see what we got going on tonight. Yeah. Tough shit. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want them to know about you?
I mean, if y'all want to follow my Instagram, it's Hollywood_KAI. And that's about it. I mean, it's nothing.
You about to get a lot of.
She's a hardworking woman. She has a big career, so you know she can't really be too out there with her stuff. But she got a nice Instagram. You know what I mean,
she got a nice Instagram.
Yeah, she got a nice.
You're about
Instagram.
to get a lot of freaky ass DMs now, basically. You hear me? Okay. So what's good, man? How you?
I mean, you can type your cash up if you want. I don't know if you want.
Cash up.
Type in the cash up.
Okay, look, I'll make a banner. Unless you gonna throw it in the chat, or you want me to make a banner for us?
She gonna throw it in the chat. She gonna throw it in the chat. Up the cash up sign.
You gonna throw it in the chat? They saying PayPal.
Cause we know the freaky frogs are out there, so I want to show up some love. Some what?
Somebody said she cute though.
Thank you.
Oh, the comment fell to post.
1 through 10 in the chat. 1 through 10 in the chat. What are we giving?
It said that the comment fell to post for some reason.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Is she in the comments, or is she in the what's the name?
You just type in the room. It's spell it out for him.
Type it again?
No, just tell him slowly so he can type it in the chat.
So it's a $RIYAH.
All right, hold on. $RIYAH 05
17.
17?
Yeah.
Give him a cash app. So you can see why you get cash app.
We got 141 people.
Oh, I forgot. We not on Kick, so we can't do too much. We not on Kick, so we can't do too much.
We can't do too much. We can switch the Kick if you want to get like that, though.
I was just letting people know he got a Kick.
They'll send a donation to switch to the Kicker. They'll send a donation to switch to the Kicker. We can switch to the Kicker if you want to kick it.
That's funny. Fresh. I like it.
Damn. Out of high school is crazy.
That is crazy. Let them know how old you are.
I'm 21.
She look young.
You know what I mean? Actually, tell me your birthday is.
I'm 21. My birthday, December 11th. I'm a big Sag. Big Sag. Sagittarius.
Is that the right cash app though? Did I spell that right? Or what? Is that the right Ryan? Oh
no.
Or is it is it like a 0 or is it a?
It's a 0.
Oh, it's a 0. Okay, I'm glad I asked. All right, bet.
She a big baby.
All right.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
5'9". There you go.
Okay.
Get some burn.
She's 5'8".
Yeah.
Okay. Lotto, bad yellow chick look like Lotto in this motherfucker.
I figure we started right.
We started. Okay. So what? We really just friends because a lot of people saying are they friends with benefits or regular? What are we? What's the relationship title?
It's not really like a relationship. We're still homies. We knew each other for a while. We help each other out with things. You know what I mean?
Help each other out with things. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Yeah.
That's about normal.
Somebody said, "What city is she from?" Ooh, they gonna fly her out. Yeah.
Let's see what she says. Let's see what city she says.
I'm just from Jersey, though.
There you go. Big Jersey. Big Jersey.
Big Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Big Jersey. Okay. Jersey gang. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
She said she's Colombian. She got a Colombian in her.
She got the Colombian in her.
Yeah.
Or she wants some Colombian in her.
Oh man. That's all right, but I just want to say what's up. She gonna go back upstairs. She gonna go back upstairs. So
you gonna go upstairs or what?
Yeah.
Or does she? Cause she look. I don't know. She looked like she want to get comfortable. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what it looked like.
I'll give you 5 more minutes. We can start the conversation.
5
5 more minutes. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
they said they was trying to switch to the Kickerton. They trying to turn her up. You know what I mean?
You read the comments, gonna go crazy. She got a back tattoo.
Yeah, I got.
She got a back tattoo.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
The way he got his camera is just set up. It's just damn.
Yeah, I see it. Come on, they see it. Yeah. Okay. Look out for a send her a cash app, man. Send her a cash app with y'all.
I figure most people don't come up here with some fine shit. So I figure I'll bring my friend because she finds and show some love.
Tough as hell. 1 through 10 in the chat, real quick. What are we thinking? What did Flyboy pull up to the live with? Yeah. We got 152 people in the building. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Yeah.
Oh,
7. Oh, 7.5, 11, a Gary 10, a 6, a 8. Your rating is all over the place. They gassing that 10. They gassing like a motherfucker. 8, 7, 7.6. 7 off list crawler. Oh, that's funny as hell. 7 off list crawler is funny. You can't say that's not funny as hell.
No, list crawler is. I guess it's like
7.5, 8.
I have no clue.
6.5. It looked like she averaging out at a 7, basically. That's what it's looking like for the most part. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Gary, it's like it's from. It's called Gary.
7-piece, no onions type shit, Flyboy. You hear me?
So all right, so what's going on with what's up, man? What's going on with the live? What's the questions, man? What's up? What we talking about here today?
I don't do travel talk, but you pulled up with your job.
I know we got about 3 more minutes, so I figured we could start to talk. She'll do a spin before she leave, but she just sitting here right now with comments.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm just seeing what the chat is saying. Oh wow! Before we get into because we got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
That's not female friendly.
It's female friendly. It's female friendly. You heard it.
We want to talk. We do travel talk. Of course, we're gonna talk about a lot. I mean, obviously, we're gonna keep it clean. I got a lot of questions. Flyboy, somebody like you that's been everywhere. I just got a lot of questions. I'm going to Brazil next month, so got questions about Brazil. Got questions about some countries in Africa. Just got some questions. You know what I'm saying? On my mom.
That's cool. You can ask her. I mean, she with the wits.
Yeah, you can ask her. I got my girlfriend right here. You can ask her.
Any questions on myself? I'm keeping it here so that we can have a conversation. So people, you know what I mean?
When the last time you paid for some Xbox? That's the first question. Like, come on.
In Colombia, I just left Bogota. I paid for a rental for the day. Like it was like about well, I can't say the number because you know YouTube, but it was like a good amount. Got the rental for the day.
Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. We're gonna ixnay on that. All right, let's start off with something light to just set the vibes right. Give me your top 3 countries you could live long term in that you think, basically.
United States.
Without the US. Foreign countries.
Colombia. Ghana, Costa Rica.
Okay. And that's funny you said Ghana. Why? I mean, obviously we know Colombia. Why you say Ghana though?
Well, because my daughter's Ghanaian, and so they have a big family over there. So when I go over there, I know I got connections, and the price of everything is cheaper than everything. Rent for the whole year is like $3,000 some change, $3,000 maybe $4,000 for the whole year. So I know I can get a good place, sit there. The internet might not be as good, but now that I got Starlink, I can bring my internet over there to Ghana. I can pretty much do whatever I want, and I got my yellow fever shot already. So that's why Ghana will be my second one. Colombia will be my first, and Costa Rica only because it's close and it has a lot of different parts, and it has beaches, it has tropical, it has Amazon. So I want a place that has everything in one.
Okay, bet. That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
So how long y'all been friends? Because y'all look like a couple right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like this look like
2 years. I knew her since she was what? 19.
Yeah.
19.
I know she was 19. That's my border. My border is 19.
Never smashed.
You can't say that on TV. But the whole thing is, I saw how great she was as a person, and I saw the potential in her. So I wanted to keep her as a friend, even if we don't smash. I wanted to keep her as a friend because I knew she good people. So whenever
you got her in the friend zone, or she has you in the friend zone. Which one is?
We both in the friend zone. We in the homie zone. It's just the way it is. Like there's no name for it. There's no what's the name for it. Plus,
I had a girlfriend.
She got a girlfriend, so it's a little different.
Oh, so she's bi or what?
Yeah. Well, she's lesbian now, but she.
Okay, it's a lot of people. I see some people got some reservations about her being 19, basically. She's actually she's lesbian now. She said somebody give her $5, but she's a lesbian now, so she don't really mess with guys like that. But it's still a homie, so Okay.
But
what about that whole argument that men and women can't be friends? What do you think about that, basically?
I think that works when somebody's in a relationship and then they break up and then they try to be friends. That's not going to happen. And the thing is that men and women can be friends. Can they have started off sleeping with each other and then stop because the bond is different? Yes, of course. But it's not going to be all men and women because some men and women are just like, they're just hiding things because they're not truthful. When there's honesty between everything, it's going to be easy. But there are guys who are not honest. They really want to hit a chick, and they'll be her friend for 30 years just to hit it. And then once they hit it, they're not friends no more. So if you're honest from the start, you guys 2 honest people? Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Can I respond to a comment?
Okay.
Yeah. And John Davis said, I don't know what I want. I do. I'm just choosing to mess with girls right now.
Can you hear?
I like guys.
Can you hear us, or is the fan too loud?
No, you good. No, we can hear you. You good. Can you hear me pretty good or what?
I can hear you good. I can definitely hear you good. So she knows what she wants. And she knows what she wants right now.
I said it right there.
Okay.
You heard you clearly.
Yeah, you good. So somebody said she don't. Okay, somebody says she don't know what she wants. Somebody said, I mean, so like, okay, so Flyboy. I mean, you older. What's the lowest age? I feel like
for me it's 19.
What's the 19.
For me, it's 19, and the reason why I say 19 is the lowest age is because you need a year into your adulthood before we can have anything. A lot of guys, they want the older women. They say, "Oh, if you don't mess with older women, you a pedo or a chest or something like that." But they don't understand. A lot of these guys are they're using game and tricking older women, lying to them because most older women don't want just a friendship with whatever they got going on. They want something more serious. So I'd rather be the person who doesn't lie to women, and to not lie to women. The ones that are 19 to like 25, a lot of them don't really want to just settle down right away and get married. They want to just have fun. And if I want to have fun, they want to have fun, and we can keep it truthful, then that's the best way to move. Like, I'm not a liar. And a lot of guys they're married, they go overseas to cheat. There's nothing wrong with it, but if they're married, they go overseas to cheat because they can't be honest with the woman that they're with, that, hey, I can't just be with you. But when you deal with a 19-year-old, a 24-year-old, a 27-year-old at the most, they're most likely cool, either career-driven because they're in their 20s, or they're 19 just trying to explore the world. You know what I mean? So that's why I say 19 is my lowest. I wouldn't go any lower than 19.
Now, Flyboy, I don't know your age. I mean,
I'm 41.
You 41, and you would seriously date a 19-year-old girl, Flyboy?
I wouldn't seriously date anyone because I don't plan on ever seriously dating. I don't ever want a relationship. That's the issue. A lot of people are dating like, oh my God, they're so immature. I don't want a relationship. A lot of people, they want the relationship because they've been trained in the United States that you have to have a marriage, a white picket fence. You got to live this crazy lifestyle, but that's not for everyone. And what I do is the reason why my name is the Flyboy Way is because I show a way that works for me. It might not work for you, but if I found the way that works for me, you can find a way that works for you. And that's all my story proves, that anybody can find a way that works for you. You know what I mean?
Okay. So let's cut the is it no physical attraction between you two, man? Because the way, like, my friends don't sit on I got female friends too. They don't sit on my lap like where they can feel the meat muscle. So, like,
here's the thing. At the same token, she's helping me help entertain your people by sitting on my lap. She could be upstairs sleeping in her apartment. She can be sitting on a chair next to me. But to give you the best quality interview or best quality thing, I'm going to do something that nobody else is going to do. I'm going to bring a baddie up here, and I'm going to have some on my lap. I'm going to have a talk to you, and you're going to be able to answer and ask questions back, because that's what entertainment is. And that's what, you know what I mean? So yeah, soundboard now. Right. Bello, big fellow. Soundboard day.
Yeah. I got a little sound more.
Moms.
Okay. So they asking about your friend in the chat. They saying what's her type, and they asking like what's her favorite type of man. I seen somebody put in the chat basically. What you physically attracted to in a man? They want to know. Dark skin, light skin, dreads, waves, nice teeth.
Caramel or light skin?
Caramel or light skin?
Dreads or afro, and muscular, tall.
So pretty much the exact opposite of Flyboy, basically.
You gotta imagine, she's basically 5'9", so you gotta imagine on the average she dates guys 6'1" and up. So like she's tall. If you're a tall woman, it's gonna look different with a guy that's like 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", especially if she put heels on. She does wear heels. And then she ends up being like 6'3" with heels, with 4-inch heels.
Where'd y'all meet at? How did y'all meet? Give me the. I was walking to the store and I just. How did y'all meet?
All right, so we was driving down South Orange Avenue in Newark, right? I was driving down in my Jeep. I don't even know how to top down, and I was just driving, and I seen this girl like was she on the phone? Or she was driving down the street. So I like murmured something to her, and she said what? And she pulled up to me. So right there, we just talked. I was like, yo, pull up, because we was in the middle of the street, and it was time, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, in North, you can't just stop in the middle of the street 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So we pulled onto the side of the road and we exchanged numbers. And from there, we became friends, real good friends. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was kind of dope. Matter of fact, the crazy thing is, I met her. I was on the live. I was on live driving my car. I have the video when we met. It's live. It's on my channel. Yeah, under my lives.
So y'all just had a good like friend connection from the gate, or like, I mean, was your intention to get on with her when you met her, and then it changed into something else, or what?
Because I don't want a relationship, my intention was never that. But at the time, she was dating somebody in Houston, and she was going back and forth to Houston a lot. So I traveled too, so it wasn't like I was scared to see her that much. And then we just kicked a couple times, and that was that. And then we just became cool friends.
And she was 19 when you met her, basically.
She was 19. Yeah, she was 19 or 20.
And you was 39. So you're 20 years older.
I'm 41. No, I'm 19 years old. I'm 41. She's turning. Yeah, I am 21 because she turned 22. She turned 22. Yeah, she turned 22. I'm turning 42. Yeah, you're right. But you know, they say this is not possible in the States. They say we don't get girls in the States. We don't get attention in the States. So it's like you got to pick your poison. Is it ain't.
Somebody said she just graduated high school last year.
Nah. Again, that's why I always tell people why. I tell people why I only date between, like, I don't only date. Actually, that's not true. Because my married lady is like, what? How old is she? She's like 47. So, okay. You know, I have a range because, you know, as long as nobody wants nothing serious, again, because I'm never gonna lie. So, you ready to go? You gonna ask? All right. She gonna head out though, y'all. So we actually
gonna head out. All right. Appreciate you.
Bye.
All right. Ryan, one more spin, 360. Throw that motherfucker one time. Throw that motherfucker. Ooh. That motherfucker crazy.
Ooh. Thing heavy, boy. Yeesh.
So that thing was heavy. It was. That thing was like that.
What's going on, man?
All right, that was a hell of a way to come into the live. We got your young tenderoni on the live.
Yeah, so, I had to get you some clips.
Yeah, we got some clips. We got 198 in the building, Flyboy. What you want to say to the people before we get into the talking points tonight?
Nothing really. Just support all creators, man. Support all creators that put in the work. Because again, I've been doing this for 17 plus years, almost 17 years. My fault. It'll be 17 years in November. My 17th year doing YouTube. Mind you, I've been traveling since I was 18. I have my own place traveling the world since I was 18, from Daytona Beach all around the United States. Honestly, what I would say is, while we talk, do you think we could play some of the videos in the back on silent so people can have something to look at? While we
see, but I would, and I was thinking about that, but I'm taking my channel up to get monetized, and I don't want AI to flag it for reuse content. Basically, you get what I'm saying?
Okay. That's
like I don't even want to run the risk of that. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I kind of we just gonna have a verbal live. Once I get monetized, we could do like an official live where it can because I do want to show like a lot of your stuff off. I mean, everybody know who you are. Obviously, you know, it's Flyboy.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
The only issue is I don't think it's reused content if as long as you have our image up there because it's a different screen.
Yeah, but with the AI systems, you know, I just don't, because you know, a lot of times they put an AI in place of like physical people. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I don't even want to risk even getting flagged. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. If I was monetized, I'd be like, let's do it. But It's just the fact that I plan on leaving this live up, and I just don't want to. I don't even want to run the risk of, because you know how monetization is. Once they deny you, you got to wait a whole nother 30 days, and it's like
you gotta figure out what they denied you for. No, it's a process. But the issue is that if you go into Brazil, because you need 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. Because I caught a little bit of your live the other day when you was talking about some things. I think, like even now, if I share the screen and show you how much I get paid off of just AdSense, the numbers you were saying are possible, but then you'll be depending on mostly your supporters to send donations. Because mind you, I know you asked questions, but I was like thinking about what you said in your live. Having like 234 people in the live stream is amazing. It's amazing, especially if they donate. But when it comes to AdSense, that doesn't really help, because 300 people is still only 300 people. What gives you the money on AdSense is the views. I haven't had a video that hit 1 million views. I've had a short that hit 29 million views. So I can tell you on both a bunch of shorts that hit millions of views. I can tell you on both levels how much you would particularly make if you get that type of video. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't just have 300 people in the chat. You got to get videos on average that got like 10,000 views to even get a little bit of money, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and I'm not solely dependent on live streams with 300. I'm gonna be doing videos too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I was talking about it on the live, it's kind of like this was like my first time like actually taking it serious, Fly Boy. Like I've been playing around on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But you can really make some good passive income if you take this serious. And I finally realized that. You know what I'm saying? Between this last trip in Kenya, it put a lot of different things in perspective. I wasn't even for sure I wanted to stay, abroad, full time now. But now it's like I really love it to that point. I always was like, all right, take a trip, turn up, put out some great lives, put out some great content. The subs that donated, they love it. You know what I'm saying? Come back to Gary, get back on the grind. So now it's just like, going, like I said, going from a hobby to an actual full-time serious YouTuber. It's a big, it's a huge transition. You know what I'm saying? Flyboy?
I also agree that living overseas as a YouTube content creator is a better idea. However, I will say moving from different places to places is going to run your budget to the ground. I feel like you gotta, like, let's say we're going back. Let's say like an Ace Live or like a Marwa. A lot of the content creators you see doing good now, they basically started in one place. And the reason they started in one place because it was cost efficient. It was able to visit all over that place and have a base that they could afford. If you're going to get an apartment, there's only a couple places that you can go and get this worked out. You can go to Colombia, you can go to Thailand, you can go to Vietnam, you can go to Philippines, you can go to Mexico, and only certain parts of Mexico. These places you won't be able to go to Costa Rica or Panama because the level of income is going to cause you to have a place is that. But once you're at a place, now you can produce content every day, and you can bring guests in like we just did earlier. You can go out and see people, but the more you move around, it's going to cost you more. Brazil is a great place to go, but a lot of content creators are not telling you that Brazil is expensive in relative to, it's not as expensive as Costa Rica or maybe even Panama, but it's probably one of the next ones on the line. So if you're going to go get an apartment, even if you're out of Rio and you're something like Belo Horizonte, one of the places outside of Rio, you looking like give or take $1,000, $1,100 a month. For if you want a studio, maybe you can get something like Far from the Beach for $900. But like as a beginning creator, that's a lot to ask. You know what I mean? That's a lot to ask.
Yeah, and what you say?
No, I said if I were you,
no,
I would ex-nate a Brazil trip, and I would focus on getting an apartment somewhere where I can stay for, like you did in Thailand, for a whole month. Because in that month, people will consistently watch you every day. The donations, and during that time, you could build up your watch hours. Once you build up your watch hours, you come back, you apply for remonetization, and you either go to another place you can sit for a month, or you go back to the other place that you had, because certain places you can stay for that longer time. Colombia, you can stay for 3 months and then get it renewed. In Mexico, you can stay for like I think 6 months without an issue. In like Thailand, you can stay for like 90 days or something like that. So because moving around for 2 weeks at a time, it's going to be very difficult for you to build your audience and consistently, because the more you switch places, the harder it's going to be for YouTube algorithm to catch your content. So if I'm in Brazil for 2 weeks and then I'm in Thailand for 2 weeks, it's not going to know who to promote me to.
Right. I mean, I'm just going to Brazil, and then we doing I'm doing a South Africa tour right after for a couple weeks.
South Africa's expensive from what I hear. I haven't been there yet, but South Africa's expensive. Just to fly there is expensive. I know that.
Yeah, but they said once you get there, it's kind of cost effective, basically. You know what I'm saying? Basically, once you get there. So I'm doing like a little tour just to like, you know, I kind of like Flyboy, like my goal, like I'm already lit, like I'm like super lit. Like you already know, like I'm already an icon in the travel space. So it's kind of like I'm already solidified, Flyboy. So it's kind of like I don't have to like, you know, like if I was just starting out, I get what you're saying, but like I've got an already established brand. You get what I'm saying, Flyboy? Like my subs, like we almost $80,000 in fundraise trips. Like my subs, like they know what to expect from me. They know to expect some fire travel content, and that's what I'm gonna give them. You know, any place that I go, because I just genuinely love it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in this spot, Flyboy, to where it's like I know the Brazil trip, from what I hear, is going to be expensive, but you know, I could get my costs down no matter like where, because I'm a simple guy. I don't have to live like a Jeff Bezos type lifestyle, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying?
It does. The biggest thing though is the rent. The rent is the biggest thing in a safe area, because what a lot of people don't also tell you is that outside of the main tourist areas in Rio, it's probably more dangerous than Colombia, than people say in dangerous parts of Colombia, because a lot of them do have guns and walk around with the guns and certain things like that. But I mean, it's possible. I would say shoot your thing, but I would definitely plan a little bit better, simply because I, as a person who's been on 17 years, been monetized for like 8 or 6 years now, I know, for example, the reason why you have, in my opinion, those followers you have is because you have the entertainment aspect, and you was able to go wild and crazy and get all of the promotion you was getting before. Something like a Dean and AB, or AB and Dean. You have been watching AB and Dean? Something like that. Now, they're able to do it because they have celebrities. But when the average person does it, it may work for a while until the company says, you know what? You can't get away with this. We're going to clip you. And the last thing you want is to be overseas, depending on his income, and then kick. It's like, yo, we can't accept this kind of. Our advertisers don't want this no more. Or you do something on YouTube and that happens. But if you're somewhere where the money can actually go way further, like Thailand, Philippines, Colombia, then you don't have to worry about it as much as Brazil, where if you don't speak Portuguese and you don't have a significant amount of money coming in, it's going to be very difficult.
Okay, so you've been to Brazil, right?
Yes.
Like you done? How many times have you been to Brazil?
I only been in Brazil once during Carnival, and that was super expensive. But I stayed there for a week after. I realized there's a difference between Carnival time and regular time when it comes to expensive stuff. You know what I mean? So
okay, so give me 5 things you love about Brazil and 5 things you dislike about Brazil.
I love the fact that you the people. I mean, first of all, the ladies are very aggressive when it comes to. I don't want to say the word here. When it comes to affection, they're very affectionate. That's one thing. 2, the prices for food isn't really expensive, and you get a lot. You get a lot. Some people say they don't like the taste. I think the taste is good depending on where you go. The prices of food is not that bad either. Another thing I like about Brazil and I've been to Sao Paulo and I've been to Rio, is that Sao Paulo is more of a city vibe, and I like that city vibe. It's more of a Medellin. It's not like a beach atmosphere, so you can get a better mix around in Sao Paulo. Things will be a little bit less expensive. It sounds crazy. The bigger city is less expensive, but it is. Rio, of course, everybody likes the beach. That's number 4, and I like the fact that you don't have to have like the expensive gear on when you go to Rio to talk or to look cool or something like that, to blend in with the ladies. You can have on some regular stuff. What I don't like about
drip, they don't care about drip.
They don't care about drip. It's my opinion. I could be wrong, but one of the places like Colombia care about drip. Thailand, I think, care about drip from what I've seen. I know Jamaica, all these other places I've been, Dubai, they care about drip, but Brazil didn't really care about that shit at all. You know what I mean? They didn't really care about it. The negative things would be not speaking Portuguese is a big factor because they won't speak any other language. They won't speak Spanish with you. They won't speak English with you for the most part. Even if you're in the main tourist part of Rio, most of them won't speak English. And the main part of travel isn't the big Christ the Redeemer statue, isn't the big tourist areas, it's being able to communicate and learn the people and learn the culture. And if you can't really blend in, because Portuguese is very difficult to learn, I feel like your connection is going to be kind of not even surface level. It's going to be kind of subpar. So that's one major thing. The other major thing is if you're not big on going to the beach, Rio is going to be like subpar because things are so far from each other. Like if you if you go to Lapa is far from like if you go to that club, everybody go to a Casa Block, or when they have 4 bar, everything is not like right up under each other. Like Dominican Republic, everything right there, or Sasur, right. Everything's right there. Colombia, everything's right there. Dubai, everything's right there. But Brazil is more spread out, and it's like you're gonna be taking taxis, and the crazy thing is that the Ubers or the taxis, they don't be that much, but when it's busy, it'd be a lot because they charge you like the same price in the United States. You'd be like $20-$30 to catch a taxi for 10 miles. So it's like, but I still like Brazil. I just long term I can't see it.
I mean, they got the most beautiful women out of any destination you've seen. Like, where do they rank as far as the most beautiful women in a concentrated area, basically? So
here's what messes up with Brazil, and what I don't think a lot of people say. Brazil has the most attractive women as far as rating. Like if the company, if you pick the most attractive woman, it's in Brazil. They have 11, but the efficiency of that attractive woman is not high in Brazil. In other words, you will see a 10, 11, and out of 10 girls, you'll see 2 10s, 1 8, 3 7s. Everything else will be 1s and 2s. I'm talking about bellies, out of shape. It's a big margin. For me, Colombia has a higher rate of beautiful women. I could throw a penny into Colombia and hit a beautiful woman. In Brazil, you can't. But if you do hit a beautiful woman, she gonna be top. She gonna have the curves of a black girl. She's gonna have a curly hair of a Latina. She's gonna have the face of a model. Like, she's gonna be that way when you find her. But it's not as much as people were saying. It's not as much as people. You're not gonna go on Rio Beach and see 7 out of 10 9s. You're not gonna see that. It's not gonna be happening.
My guy Quan said, my mod Quan said that's a lie, basically.
See, we can't even bring up the videos. I can't even bring up the video. I'm telling you, it's not. And see, a lot of people don't say this either. Copacabana is a family beach. It's the beach where the families goes. The better quality of women more consistently will be on Ipanema. Ipanema is way more expensive than Copacabana. So because
hold on, Flyboy. hold on, because I'm okay. So I'm a little confused, Flyboy, because I'm kind of like, all right. So you saying it's like 10s, 8s, and then it's a gap where it's no 6s, 5s, and 4s. Like that's what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's 10s, it's 11s, it's 8s, and then it's 4s, 3s, 2s. That whole 4 to 7 is it. That 4 to 7 is cut out. You gonna go high or you gonna go low in Brazil. You gonna go high, and again, that's why I said Brazil has the most best looking women because of their mixture. There's nowhere in the world. I've been around the world. There's nowhere in the world that has a better mixture of women than Brazil because Brazil been doing it for so long. You get the Japanese Brazilians. You get the it's another place. The black, the African Brazilians. You'll get the dark shades, the darkest shade. You'll get the lightest shade. You'll get everything. But it's going to definitely be a big gap as soon as you hit like. But again,
so you say it's 10s, 9s, 8s, 7s, and then it's no 4, 5s, and 6s, basically like 3s to 1.
Yeah. And you might go even 7.5 and then go to 4. You might go from 7.5 to 4, and that. But again, the issue with that is that I think as a content creator, and I speak more than just Medellin, Colombian women are more camera friendly than Brazilian women. Brazilians are not really camera friendly. I don't know who been having this thing. Brazil, like I get it. People see Don Banks and they think that's the normal. That's the norm. It's not. It's nowhere near the norm. Don Banks is not near the norm. Brazilian women are not friendly with cameras like that. And I'm probably the most I'm the most energetic, positive energy person who records, and I can get almost anybody. Brazil is one of the most difficult places. Dubai is way more. No, not Dubai. Sasua was easy. So Abu Dhabi was the hardest place I've ever tried to record because it was tough. Abu Dhabi was the part in Abu Dhabi, South, in United Emirates. But what I'm telling you is that Brazil there's a difficulty in trying to get video camera. If you're walking on, I don't shout out to Rami Travels, the homie Rami Travels, and KBS. I don't know how they got Brazil footage without sneaking the camera, because even if you're walking on the beach in Brazil, you've been to Cartagena before, right? Hollywood Beach.
Yeah.
And you see how difficult it is to record on Hollywood Beach without people coming up to you, yo, what you doing, or hiding their faces. It's like 5 times more difficult in Brazil.
What?
Yeah, it's 5 times. Now, if you're just sitting there, like shout out to Barbour TV, if you're just sitting there and you bringing them to you, maybe sharing a drink with them, you might get a couple that sit in the chair with you. That might be easy. But to walk around trying to talk to them like that,
especially if you don't speak Portuguese, that makes it even twice as hard, right? Basically, or I mean,
yeah. Again, I can't speak for everybody.
Getting the Ray-Ban, I guess getting the Ray-Bans in creep camming is like that would be a good investment. I mean, because
I'm not telling people what to do. I'm not sure they are on the Ray-Bans yet, like they are in Sasua. I'm not sure Brazil is on the Ray-Bans like they are in Sasua. So I mean, I wouldn't do it only because it's my brand, but I'm not knocking anybody that does it anyway, because it helps other people want to go in the future. So I'm not knocking anybody, but I will say that Brazilian men are very defensive of their women. So if a woman is yelling, yo, you got me on camera, odds are there will possibly be a group of Brazilian guys who will come over and address you, even if they don't know the girls. And that right there could be kind of, but again, I don't think they're on the Ray-Bans like that yet. So again, I'm just
Brazil
saying that
is not as content friendly as you would think it would be. That's what you're basically saying? Or
I've been trying to tell people, like, outside of going to clubs, you rarely see people like walking down the street interacting on the camera. Like, even when we see like Roberto, shout out to Roberto. When we see Roberto do it, it's cuts. It's not a straight live, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on that they can't have on camera, because it's just not. It's my opinion. Of course, everybody can have their own opinion, but it's not really as camera friendly as other places at all. But can you find somebody a woman that come to your house, sit on your couch, and talk with you for a little bit? Yeah, she'll probably be like a 3 or 4. Because honestly, any of the girls, and this is my opinion, I can't speak because I don't know Don Banks' situation. I don't know Barbara TV situation in Brazil. In my opinion, in Brazil, if you want to get an 8, 9, or 10 on camera, she has to be compensated by some means. She's going to have to be compensated by some means. If not, putting her cash app on the screen. If not, sending her you paying her in advance. If not, you treating her to something big. She's going to have to get compensated before you get an 8. Now I don't care how good somebody is in the language. From my experience, Brazil is one of them places. Now, did I still get some on camera when I went? Yeah, of course. It's easy. It was easy because, I did try to learn. I did. Eu falo Portuguese bom. I speak Portuguese pretty good. Well, I used to. Now I don't because I don't use it much. But I didn't get a lot. And I always get a lot when I go to any other place. I can go to Dubai and get a lot of girls on camera. I can go to Colombia and get a lot of. I can go to where I've been. I've been in London, got Australian girls on camera. Everywhere I go, I get the girls on camera. Some people say, "Oh, Fly Boy, you don't have the most attractive dog." I have more females on camera than anybody else. So if I have 4,000 women on camera and only 400 of them attractive, 400 of them is more than anybody else has. So I'm telling you, I could do it. But Brazil, I had a very difficult time. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be different.
It might be, it might be different for every, it could be a subjective thing. I'm not saying what you're saying is not true, but I've seen other people get off in places where I couldn't get off, and I've gotten off in places where, you know what I'm saying? Because like I got off in the Sioux, and I consider the Sioux like being one of the toughest places to get footage. Like you can't even pull out your phone for an Instagram story in Sasua. You get what I'm saying?
Real quick, GS, você fala português? And real quick, it's Sasua. I was only in Sasua for 3 hours, and I got content. Girl said, I said, yo, I want to record. She's like, yeah, come on, get on my bike, the back of my bike, let's record. I could have spent the whole day with her recording. Now she was probably like a 5 or a 6, little slim joint. But she was cool with me recording and everything. I got mad content on that, so I didn't feel like it was difficult to record in Sasua. I feel as though what makes it difficult for some people to record in Sasua is because they don't grab a girl, let her know what she wants, what they want to do, and then go with it. They just pull out the camera and be like, "Let's film." You got to find the ones who have the energy to film. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what's the perfect amount of time to spend in Brazil before you're like, all right, I'm done with Brazil, basically?
I'm done. You got to spend at least 2 weeks in Brazil, really. Because I made sure that when I went during the carnival, I actually went a week after. I stayed for a week after because it's a different situation. But I think you got to spend 2 weeks in Brazil, or you just not going to like it at all. If you only go for a week in Brazil, I can see the first few days you not liking it because everybody's speaking Portuguese and you getting frustrated with it, trying to get them to understand. And they don't want to understand English. It's not like they'll try to understand you. They'll be like, yeah, you don't speak Portuguese? Whatever. So again, I think a good 2 weeks, you'll know for certain if you like Brazil or not. So don't go in with any kind of malice things. No matter what anybody says, go there for 2 weeks. I think in 2 weeks you will decide if you really like Brazil or not.
Okay, so what's the perfect budget, like minimum? What's the minimum amount for 2 weeks that you would say don't even like this is like just enough to be you get what I'm saying? Like what's the minimum budget for 2 weeks in Brazil in your head, basically?
Budget? What kind of lifestyle you trying to live, brother?
I mean, to where you're spending money and not like counting every dime you spend. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say that. Basically, like,
we're gonna say outside of Carnival, of course. We'll say outside of Carnival and outside of New Year's too, because New Year's is expensive too. You talking about with Airbnb and all that too?
No, just pocket money. The B&P's paid for, the flights taken care of. How much do you need, like, for 2 weeks eating? Of course, John Johnson's. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what do you?
On a budget for somebody who's not creating content, you're going to need about $1,500 if you're not creating content. No, you could do $1,500 if you're not creating content. Your Airbnb's paid for already.
Oh, okay. If you're not creating, okay. If you are creating, all right, yeah, okay, all right.
If you are creating content, you're going to need a budget, pocket money. Meaning you're going to go, and you're not going to go out every night, but you're going to go to some places. You're going to spend money. Minimum for 2 weeks, $4,500. Minimum for 2 weeks, $4,500. And that's that's not during Carnival. During Carnival, I was there for 2 weeks. I spent almost $10,000. I mean, and that was like 4 years. I was like, damn, that was damn it 6 years ago. Like I spent almost $10,000. So it's like outside of Carnival for 2 weeks, minimum is going to be $4,000 as a content creator.
So you need $3,000 to. I mean, you need $4,500 for 2 weeks as a content creator, and that's bare minimum to you.
No, $4,000 is bare minimum. It's bare minimum because you got to figure. You're going to want now, mind you, the night entertainment, if you know what I mean, is not expensive unless you want that top quality. Then it gets expensive. But the night entertainment is not expensive. You want a nice little. Maybe you can get a 7. Not expensive, but as soon as you hit that 8, you up there, you up and stuff. But activity wise, you want to take a cab here, you want to take a cab here, you want to have some drinks here, you want to have some drinks here. That stuff is going to cost you money. But again, when I went during Carnival. So my Airbnb, the apartment I stayed the apartment I stayed alone was like $2,500 for 2 weeks. It was like $2,500. Then the flight I bought was like $1,500. So again, these are stuff that was costing me money. Then I did a lot of activities. I did the Carnival. I didn't stay. I got all these on camera too. I didn't stay in the top floor of the Samba drone. I was on the floor level. I was on the floor level in the front with the Samba drone. So a lot of stuff, is going to be expensive. But going outside of Carnival, I think minimum is going to be $4,000.
Okay,
especially where you want to have fun.
Okay, so how would you rate the? I mean, when we say like the Chris Brown treatment, what like specifically we're referring to, basically, like when we say Chris Brown treatment, basically, like
GFE.
No, not GFE. Just like how would you rate the chicks being on your?
Your celebrity. I think.
The chicks being on your body.
In my opinion, the American aspect wasn't as popular. It wasn't like, oh, you a gringo, that's cool. But they were interested in knowing more. So it was like I took off a cruise ship that worked on a cruise ship. So I mean, it's there. When you go to clubs, they can tell it's there once they talk to you. But honestly, it's so many people that look like us there. Unless you start talking. The place they say, oh, do I kind of blend in with the Brazilians? Yeah, I mean, I kind of blend in with the culture. That's one of the places that, unless you start talking, they're not going to look at your clothes and be like, yo, you American. It's not like Cuba. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, out of your time there, were you shocked with how many girls you found that spoke English, or are you kind of like disappointed that you didn't run into more chicks that spoke?
No, I wasn't shocked because I was during Carnival, so it was some people. They was foreigners. I just didn't like, in my opinion, I didn't like the frustration of the people in Rio. In Sao Paulo, it was more people that spoke English. In that, there's way more people that spoke English. But I didn't like the frustration of the people because my Portuguese wasn't good. You know what I mean? I didn't like the frustration of talking to the people, and I'm talking about just, talking to just the people in general. That's my opinion. It was like I didn't like it. But again, I still would go again. I just wouldn't go during Carnival no more. I would still go again, and maybe when I retire. But I think it's a good place. I would have it in my top 5, yeah, for sure. My top 5. I would maybe top 6. Top 6 because the language barrier is a big thing for me. So it'll probably be the 6th man off the bench.
So you got Colombia, Ghana. What was your third favorite country?
Costa Rica. You talking about places I would live and stay. You said places I would live and stay. Yeah. Costa Rica.
Places you would, I mean, because places you would live, it kind of like, I guess, correlates to your 3 favorite places to visit. I mean, you get what I'm saying?
No, because Costa Rica is not my top 3 places to visit. It just when I think of living, I think long-term plan. Like, what's less likely to have a big change? Like Brazil, Brazil is likely to do a big change. Like, hey, now you got to get a visa. I still got my Brazilian visa, but Brazil might have a big change because I think Rio is very politically drawn in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Medellin. Right. I think Medellin and Rio are similar with the ways of politically drawn. So I think in the future, that political stuff can be a hassle for us foreigners. You know what I mean? Whether it's xenophobia or whether it's just our lifestyle. You know what I mean? So, but I will say this though, because I want to say something good with something bad. If you like light-skinned women, Brazil has mastered the art of making light-skinned women want brown-skinned brothers. I don't know what it is. They mastered the art of making light-skinned women want brown-skinned brothers. So you're not gonna go in there and you're gonna be like, you might not get a light-skinned girl. You're gonna go in there and light-skinned girls they're gonna be after you. And you're gonna try to go after the brown-skinned girls, and it's not gonna be as easy.
When you say light skin, what actual complexion are you referring to though?
My
that's
friend.
A broad.
My friend that was
okay.
That's light skin.
Okay.
Brown skin is anything darker than me. Or brown skin is my complexion is anything darker. So any woman that's like brown skin, I think is gonna be a little bit more difficult than a light skin chick who's gonna. I don't want to say that like she's gonna throw herself at you, but she's gonna be more aggressive towards getting to know you.
Okay, so when you went to Brazil, did you meet just like one singular chick that you kind of locked in?
No, I met like
other ones.
I met like 4. I met 4. I did hang out with the girl who used to like. So I met a girl who was a background samba dancer in what the hell is the group name? Black Eyed Peas. She was a background samba dancer during a Black Eyed Peas show during that whole time. But then she started working on the boat. I also met like 2 ladies who were a little bit older than me, but they was interested in having fun. And then I met a girl from Sao Paulo, and she was fun too. But I realized that most of the girls I met was light skinned, except for that one from the samba dancer. So again, maybe that's just my experience. I don't know. Maybe you again. I've only been there one time for 2 weeks, so I'm just giving you my recap of my experience. And most of the stuff you can see. The 2 light skinned girls, you can see them on camera. They on my channel. The karaoke, I don't think I have on my channel. I mean the samba dance, I don't think I have on my channel. And the other girl I ain't got on my channel. But the 2 light skinned
it sound like you ain't like Brazil that much the way you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I did. The only thing I didn't like about Brazil was the cost of what I had to spend. Again, what I had to spend, it was like, all right, this is a lot to spend for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It's a lot to spend for 2 weeks. So, but aside from that, the major thing again, language, and that's my fault because I only practice Portuguese for like 6 months, mind you. I live in Newark, so I can go down to Ironbound section like I normally did. Go to the Portuguese festival and learn how to speak. But Portuguese festival in Newark has a lot of Brazilians. Brazilian Portuguese is different from Portugal Portuguese. It's a different kind of, it's similar, but it's different. So to me, it was good. But another thing that I won't say I didn't like, it was frustrating at first, was in Brazil, I'm a heterosexual man. I am a heterosexual man.
Obviously.
In Brazil, there's a lot of LGBT community, right? Okay. And a lot. And they're so open, like you'll get hit on a lot. You get hit on a lot. And you gotta be calm with understanding. Listen, this is who I am. I'm not offended by this. It's cool. You gotta be calm with saying I'm not offended by this, and just no thanks. You gotta be cool with that. But
when you say a lot, you're gonna be approached by flamboyant people. A lot, basically. Like what? Like 3 times, 4 times a day? Like what?
No, not during the day. Not during the day. At nighttime.
At night. Okay.
You're going to get hit on at nighttime. I can almost guarantee you'll get hit on at least 2 or 3 times during your trip. I can almost guarantee you'll get hit on. And I can almost guarantee that. The bigger issue is that in Thailand, I know I can only see what I see because I haven't been to Thailand, right? In Thailand, there's a lot of transsexual women. In Brazil, there's a lot, but they're not going to tell you they trans. They don't have to tell you they're a lesbian, a lady boy. That's not a requirement in Brazil. There's not a requirement. So the surgery is like crazy in Brazil. So you really gotta I want to say there's really no way of telling except for maybe the hands and the feet if they're tall, because Brazil surgery is crazy. So I would definitely be on the cautious side. Well,
I got caught up in saying you lying. Is he saying he's lying again?
I don't know why. I don't know why a person can't understand that people got different experiences. Maybe that wasn't your experience, and that's fair. But all my experiences is on camera, so you can go back. That's why I was asking Rello, can we play the videos while I show you, because all the experience that I'm telling y'all is on my channel. You can go back and watch it. Y'all can go back and watch it.
If I was monetized, I swear I would be like, let's pull it up. I want to check it out. But like I said, by me taking this chance, I just know it's gonna be an issue. I ain't gonna lie, because you know how YouTube is. That's their main thing: copyright claims, and they don't want you profiting off somebody else's stuff.
Again,
especially, so that's the thing.
I always still say, go to Brazil. Go to Brazil twice and go to Brazil for at least 2 weeks. So you're not going and maybe even visit Sao Paulo, because if you're not really a beach person, Sao Paulo is gonna be even better for you. But again, it's not really. Again, a lot of people say in the chat, they say, "Oh, he doesn't like Brazil." No, I do like Brazil. It's just that for me, communication is the biggest thing. Right. It's always gonna be the biggest thing for me. Because
you prefer English-speaking countries over countries where you gotta adopt the language. Is that fair?
No, I prefer English or Spanish-speaking countries because I can speak Spanish and I can speak English. So for me, I can do either one. But the reason why I prefer those countries is because communication is more important to me than just how good her woman looks. I can have a woman sit by me all day, but if I can't talk to her, all I'm doing is getting the gooners who want to see a pretty woman. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you see how you and the girl in Thailand was communicating, the girl who wore a costume for you? You see how y'all was communicating? That's not as easy in Brazil. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not as easy in Brazil.
Right.
So,
Right. Okay, so I saw your Ghana video. Speaking of Ghana, let's switch gears a little bit. Is that your only African country you've done so far? As Ghana?
Yeah, that's only. Technically, it's not the only African country, but yes, that's the only African country I've done. Technically, it's not, because you got to stop at other countries, but I don't consider that done. But yeah, Ghana was the only one I've done, and I did it during Dirty December, which is the biggest festival in Ghana. I mean,
was that a downside during Dirty December? Because a lot of people say, man, I don't like to be around all those tourists that flood in. So what do you think about that aspect? Was it litter? You wouldn't have had it any other way?
I wouldn't have had for my first trip. I wouldn't have had it any other way, and the reason why is because a lot of people mess up. They go places when there's nothing going on, and when you go places with nothing going on, as a content creator, it's less likely that you're going to get some quality content. It's less likely that you're going to be able to just throw a penny in the ocean and hit something as soon as you get down there, because everything is going to be more calm down, more relaxed. Now, while it was expensive, the flight was expensive. It was a long flight. It was even longer than Thailand. It took me 30 hours to get there, because I had to take 3 flights. It took me 26 hours to get there. However, once I got there during Dirty December, it was a lot to do. It was a whole lot to do. If you don't like brown-skinned women, Ghana is not going to be the place for you. There are going to be some light-skinned women. There are going to be some women from other countries. There's even a Thai massage place. There's even a Thai massage place where they got Thai women there. But if you don't like brown-skinned women, Ghana ain't gonna be the one for you.
So majority of the women are darker complected, melanated women, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So the shapes, like I mean, I can imagine they got every shape. I mean, okay, you've been all over. So the bodies you saw in Ghana, like, are they like the best from like a diversity standpoint? Where it's like they had petite Johns, they had crazy big booty Johns, like speak about just the shapes of the women in Ghana, really quick.
Anything you want is in Ghana. You want the slim girl? 1 second. Check your Instagram. You want the slim girl? You can get the slim girl. You want the thick girl? You can get the thick girl. I didn't want to show it on here. Because you'll see. But again, it don't anything you want you can get in Ghana. Like, ISO Speed show one thing, but the issue is Ghana is people would consider it as a little more expensive. You know what I mean? They would consider it being a little more expensive than other places. But again, you can pretty much get whatever you want, and it's going to be brown skin. So, and everything is inexpensive. When I say inexpensive, I haven't been to Thailand yet. I have not been to Thailand yet.
What? You ain't been to Thailand?
I'm working on the next. And the reason why I say that is because based on the numbers that people, like I watch TMI sometimes, I watch the other people, based on the numbers that people say in Thailand, Ghana is way less expensive for that. And they got it on the strip. It's a strip you go, but the clubs, the best women, like I said, most of them are gonna be sixes and sevens. No, my fault. No. Most of them are gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in Ghana. But you go in certain clubs, you'll get the 8s, 9s, and 10s. It's gonna be at a higher rate.
Okay. let's try to disguise, the wording. That's all. Okay, so
let's just say I had 10 kangaroos and it got jumping. 10 kangaroos. Jumping.
I mean, so all right. So you went to Ghana. All right. So you said that's your second place you could see yourself living in long term, right? Because you say it's really cost effective, right? So not only
that it's cost effective, but the infrastructure I could work with. I could work with the infrastructure, like the way things are set up now. It does have dirt roads and all that stuff, but for what I like, with everything being close to each other, I can live in the Osu area and just walk to get everything I want. I can go to activities. I want to go to the river. I go to the river. I want to go to a jungle. I go to all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
And again, $3,000, $4,000 a year for a condo, for an apartment. Maybe if you want a top notch, you might have to pay like $7,000 a year. Not top notch.
English in Ghana that's the natural language in Ghana.
Okay,
right?
so Ghana has 3 different languages, but English is the main language. They have English. Okay. They have Tree. They have Fanta. There's another language, but most, of course, the little tribes have their own languages separately. But there's 3 major languages spoken. The first one is English. The second one is Ga. I think Ga, and then the third one is Tree, or it could be reversed. So it's different. But you don't need to learn Ga. You don't need to learn Tree. You don't need to learn Fanta. You just gotta learn English because it's so many different tribes. Everybody communicates English.
Man, I'll be looking at my timeline at some of them that Ghana stuff. Them Johns be looking so.
Did you see that American girl from Ghana? Or the American is a model, and she be walking out like the gas station, and she got the.
Oh, and she do the little shaky thing.
Yeah,
that's Ghana.
That's Ghana. That's Ghana right there. That's Ghana right there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so Ghana is definitely, I went to Kenya, and I ain't gonna lie, I love Kenya for sure. But Ghana is definitely worth a visit. Basically, what do you?
I think so. Again, it depends. Because the biggest thing is that a lot of people are against vaccines. I'm not for vaccines really either. But getting to Ghana, you're gonna have to take a what I take a yellow fever shot, and taking the yellow fever shot. Some people are against it. You know what I mean, for the future, but you know.
So you ain't been to Kenya at all.
I haven't been to Kenya yet. I didn't really have I just started hearing people going to Kenya, but I still don't have like a real passion for it per se.
You gotta
go to Kenya.
You gotta go to Kenya. Kenya is Black Thailand. I ain't gonna lie. Kenya is exactly like Thailand, but a black version of it, yo. I ain't gonna lie. That place, it's so crazy that the Thailand similarities with Kenya. So because they party to 7, the mid to like it's just crazy. Like it's literally the same place, but just black people. I swear it's crazy. You definitely got to check it out, bro. Kenya's fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. What was I about to say though? Damn, you ain't been to Thailand yet? That's crazy. Why you been putting off Thailand so much? I don't understand
because I got kids. Like my son, he better be sleeping in his room. X-Man, you better be asleep. I got kids, so I can't just take a 2-week vacation in November or September or anywhere during the school year when my son lives me, and then be able to, because every time people see me take a vacation, I gotta set up mad stuff. I gotta pay mad people to do stuff when I'm not here, and it's like I'm paying for people to do stuff here. I'm paying for that. I'm paying for the school, and you should be asleep, bro. Go to sleep. All right, go to sleep. It's just very difficult for me to get that. But next year, I'm going to kind of force myself. I think I might not go to Cali next year because I'm going to Cali this year. I might not go to Cali next year so that I can make Thailand in the summertime. Because while there's not, I like going when something's going on, like a Zoom Fest or something like that. But it doesn't seem like, it seems like if I don't go during the summertime when my son is at his mother's house in New York, then I'm probably never going to get the chance to go for a long time until I retire.
You gotta go to Thailand. You gotta go to Thailand, bro. Thailand is fire. You heard me, Fly Boy? Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. Thailand is fire. I ain't gonna lie. I'm doing a video on.
I think I'm gonna love it. Every time I go somewhere, I love it. For me, it's just too far to really consider it to be a long-term play for me. Not right now. Not right now. I got kids. When I get older, maybe.
Yeah, like you see all your whole timeline is Thailand this, Thailand that. Thailand lives up to the hype. It's a great place to. Me personally, I couldn't live there long term, but I would definitely always visit Thailand because I like that energy. I like the Asian women and the whole vibe. It's just it's such a peaceful, tranquil vibe to that John. You know what I mean? So I just
real quick, Travel Mac. Shout out to Travel Mac. Travel Mac. Here's what people don't understand. I've been doing this for so long. I've been all the other places except for Thailand. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Abu Dhabi. I've been to England. I've been all over England. I've been to the UK. I've been to Iceland. I've been to France. I've been to Trinidad during Carnival. I've been to Toronto, Caravana. I've been to Jamaica during 50th year anniversary Dream Weekend and ATI Weekend. I've been to all these places already. What I'm doing now is I'm showing people that, hey, once you find a place you like, it doesn't matter if you go to a bunch of places. You should be trying to build in the place that you like so you can have a second home outside of the United States. Because if all you do is just travel around the world and you don't build anywhere, how are you going to have a connection when it's time for you to relax and do something? And guess what's going to happen now? A lot of these travelers are going to start doing what I've been saying, what I'm doing, and what I've been doing. Finding a place that works for you and staying there. You know why? Because it's getting super expensive to just fly from place to place. It's super expensive. So again, I'm just so ahead of it because a lot of your favorite content creators, they started off staying in Sosua. They started off staying in Colombia. They started off staying in Africa. I did all that already. Thailand is the last place I got to go before I really settle down in Colombia for a while.
I mean, so Colombia's. I mean, why do you got Colombia so high on? Because it's, I mean, like, what makes it like number one for you, basically?
For me, what makes Colombia one is one, it gives me a easy route to come back to see my kids and see my family and make sure everything is okay if it's an emergency. It's only like, for me, going to Bogota is only a 5-hour ride on a plane, 5-hour, 10-minute ride. So I can get back to my kids or get back to my family if they need help at any time. Secondly, a lot of people, when they go to country, they go to one or two places. Colombia gives me an opportunity to get different cultures in different places. Medellin is far different from Cali. Cali is far different from Bogota. Bogota is far different from Barranquilla. Barranquilla is far different from Santa Marta. So, and Medellin. So it's I can go a bunch of different places if I want different cultures. I'm not stuck in one place. Let's say right now Medellin is yapping people up, deporting people. Okay, then let me go to Bogota and see if I like Bogota. I do. Let me go to San Andreas and maybe I just chill on the beach. I do. So again, for me, when you talk about Brazil, and mind you, the flights is super inexpensive. You can get anywhere in Colombia for like $100 round trip. Less than $100 round trip. You can get anywhere in Colombia from there. Going to Brazil from Sao Paulo to Rio cost me about $300 one way. Cost me about $300 one way. Most people are not going to go to Amazonia from Rio. They're not going to go to Salvador Bahia. A lot of people are only going to stay in Rio. And the issue is, if you lock yourself in one place and that place changes, you end up like a Sosúa, where you only knew Sosúa. You didn't go to these other parts of the Dominican Republic. So when Sosúa gets all jammed up, now you panicking like, what I'm gonna do? Now you gotta find a new place. But with Colombia, I don't feel like I gotta do that. You know what I mean?
So it's better for the long-term stay for you, basically.
For me, it's better for long-term stay because you got so many options.
Okay, so you got Colombia, Ghana, and Costa Rica. What you like about Costa Rica so much for a long-term stay?
Variety. Just the variety. I've been to Haku, Costa Rica. I've been to San Jose, Costa Rica. I've been up to the coffee region. I've been up to the mountains. I've been up to the volcano. Walked through. I looked over and seen the volcano stuff, smoke coming out, like stuff like I can see a wide range of stuff. It's not just like one place. Like I'm not just gonna see beach. I can move around. That's my whole thing. I never want to be stuck in one place. I want to stay somewhere for a long time. I don't want to be stuck in one place. And Costa Rica allows you that. Costa Rica is more expensive though. But it's more expensive and the security is good. But again, if you got the money, that Costa Rica, yeah.
I mean, but if you had to choose between Ghana or Costa Rica, you would choose Ghana for sure.
I choose Ghana
over Costa Rica.
Ghana because again, I'm not a big, I'm black American. I'm black American. Like I don't have any back ancestors that I know. My grandmother, my great grandmother's black, my great great grandmother's black, my great great grandmother's black. There's no African to me, but my daughter being African and me meeting her family over there, because my daughter's born here. So and her mother came over here when she was 12. Me being able to go back and connect with them, and me being able to and just enjoy myself, and I the feeling I got when I was in Ghana was like, oh, this is super dope. This is super dope.
Like almost like a homecoming, like a welcome back to the motherland type of vibe, basically.
I wouldn't say all that. I mean, it's more of a vibe as I don't want to say idolize because that's a bad terminology. From my experience, I'm only speaking on my experience. I can't speak on everybody else's experience. The way the people in Ghana look, please don't. If you're from Ghana, don't get offended. The way they look up to us, Black Americans, bro, it's like a deity, bro. That shit is unrealistic to me.
Yeah,
it's like they see us and they be like, "Yo, bro, what the?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
you good?" I'm like, you good?
Like a celebrity.
At first, I feel like it's a scam thing because I'm looking at somebody that look like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you all right? I'm thinking it's a scam, so I'm always taking it light. But then after a while, you just keep getting it. You like, okay, all right.
That's what I love about Kenya, bro. When you tell them you American, you instantly turn into a celebrity. They be like on you. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
I try to watch what I say because I don't want no situation where where they're like, yo, this said this and this. But I mean, I try to word it in the best way I could, bro. That shit, it's okay.
They roll out the red carpet. They roll out the red carpet when you tell them you're from America, boy.
When you go to Colombia, you accustomed to it. It don't feel weird because you kind of know the situation is. And when you go to Brazil, sometimes it don't feel weird. When you go to Dominican Republic, you know what the situation is. It don't feel weird. But when you go to Africa, it's like, yo, why are you like on me like that? Why is like
Glade?
And I'm talking about no money. I'm talking about no money, bro. Like literally,
it don't be about no money. They just wanna be down with you. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so you so you can relate. I mean, I'm guessing Kenya and Ghana is similar because it's just Yeah, I like how Jersey Boy said it. I was
like when you tell them you from America, it's like they face like light up, and it's like, yeah, oh yeah, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Tupac.
I know over a long period of time it'll change because they'll start using you for money. I know that. Listen, I know a lot of people. I believe that's every place. I don't think this is an Africa thing. It's every place you go outside of the United States, and even in the United States, they're going to always treat you for money on the long term because you come from the United States. They're going to always be that. But I was so enamored that these women and people were just treating me this way without expecting money that I sent money. I Western Union some of my girls for Christmas. I said, hold on now. I had a Nigerian girl, sent her about $150. I had another Nigerian girl who went back to Nigeria, sent her about 75, and they were super. Oh my God! I was trying to figure out how I could figure out school, and you just sent me this money. I'm so $75. Huh? Again, man. It's one of them things. That's why I say I try not to say too much about Thailand because it's one of them things you got to go to really know. You got to go to really know. Yeah. It's hard to explain.
Yeah. That treatment you get for being American, man, in those African countries that's why I say I'm glad I went to Kenya because it sounds like we cap, but it's when you tell them you from America, it's just like you just turn into a celebrity. And they treat you so well. You can tell they're treating you better than if you was just an average Kenyan. You get what I'm saying? Or an average Ghanaian. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, damn, what if I just told you I was from Nigeria? You feel what I'm saying? Would I got this same level? And it's like, no, possibly, because they just so, when you tell them you from America, they just instantly go into, they be fanned out, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So I like the treatment from being from America in these, in Kenya. In Kenya, I only been to one African country, but that's one thing I can say, the Chris Brown treatment, once you tell them you from America, is top tier for sure. I ain't gonna lie. And it don't be about no money. They just want to be. They want to be cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I won't ever say it's not about money. I'll just say that it's more of a long game. I went there and I had 6 different jobs. I'm talking about the girl I sent you. She's a professional model, and she works for internet. She runs international runway in that thing, and not a penny she asked me for. The other, all the women you can see, none of them asked me for a penny. Hold up, let me think. None of the girls in my video, the twins. The twins are the only ones that asked me for some money afterward. Other than the twins, none of them asked me for nothing ever. So, yeah, I mean, again, I'm used to it, but it's just a little different. You know what I mean? It was a little different.
Okay, the haggling, is it? Where would you rate the haggling in Ghana then? Because I know you're gonna have people approaching you. That's kind of what I liked about Kenya. It wasn't a lot of people approaching me asking for money. You get what I'm saying?
So it depends where you stay, I guess. But the only place I even got haggled a little bit, and it was, I got haggled for box was the beach when I was at what beach was I at? Oh my God, I forgot the name of the beach. I was at the beach. It's two different beaches. Labadi. I was at Labadi Beach, and the Labadi Beach, is the beach where the most people are at. And I got haggled for box at Labadi Beach. Other than that, it was no haggling. It was I didn't really get into people. Nobody really walked up to me and here sell this. But only Labadi Beach at nighttime did I get haggled for box. So, my fault. Time out. My fault, y'all. Oxford Street or Sioux. And Oxford Street or Sioux is the most haggable place there. Box and little kids asking for money. Those are the only two. Now, I'm a realistic person, y'all. I only tell you the real. I'm transparent with everything. It was bad to see that many little kids out there at 2:00 in the morning asking for money, sleeping on the street. That shit was like dog. Like and the thing is that I know I can't give the money because then all of them come. And the girl that was with kept saying, "Yo, do not reach in your pocket and give them the money. We will not make it down the street." She's like, "Do not reach in your pocket and give them no money. Then we will not make it down the street." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I gotta keep telling. And she started smacking her hands and stuff. I'm like, "Yo," she's like, "Listen, I'm telling you, you gotta watch your pockets. Little kids fast." But again, that's the only street that and that was at nighttime. I was getting haggled on. Only street, Oxford Street. And I got the video.
Okay, so I saw the Ghana video. I definitely saw the Ghana video. So basically, you would recommend if anybody's thinking about going to Ghana, like seriously, if they go during December for Daddy December, that's like the best time to go as a content creator because it's just super really lit.
There's also another time where the tribes do something in August, but honestly, for a content creator, Daddy December is the best time. I will say this though, it is very inexpensive, and you could do it big. Like for example, I had 3 different Airbnbs. The first one was on the beach and walking distance, like 200 steps away from the water. Literally woke up on the beach.
I saw the one. I saw your video.
The second one was a high class, like $100 a night. The first one was like $60 a night on the beach, $60 a night. Then there was one that was $25 a night, and I was like right in the mix of everything. So they do have the cheapest ones if it's just the Airbnb thing, or you can rent a long term and they'll give you a better price, like $400 for the month or $300 for the month. So if you want to be the budget traveler, you could do it. Just make sure you got enough money to get back.
So Ghana's the most cost-effective place for the most bang for your buck, you would say, with Ghana, like overall, basically, or what?
Not in Africa. It's probably one of the most expensive in Africa.
Right. So what's the most cost-effective place that you feel like you've been in, where it's like it's lit and it's cheap, basically?
It's for me, it's Colombia, because I don't go to. I do go to every place in Colombia. I've been to all these places in Colombia, but a lot of people, when they see Colombia, they see Medellin, and Medellin can be expensive at times. Barranquilla and Cali are not expensive at all. Like if I were you, I would, because there's going to be a lot of content creators there. I don't know who you got beef with, so I don't know. But if I were you, I would just go to Cali during Petronio, the biggest black Latin American festival, Afro Latin American festival in the world, in August, because the price of it is so inexpensive, and just moving around is so inexpensive. So again, that to me, I think, because I know Colombia for me would be the least expensive I've ever been. My fault. No, I'm wrong. My fault. I'm wrong. I am so wrong. If we're just talking about the cost, Cuba is like Cuba. The flights are more expensive now, but Cuba is the least expensive place I've ever been. Like literally.
Right, but it ain't lit like that though. Basically, no. Right.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I wish I could show you the videos. It's lit. It is lit. But the issue with Cuba is there will be some adjustments you have to make as far as eating, and as far as like there's adjustments. But when I say Cuba is probably the least, no, it is. There's no question. Cuba's the least expensive place I've ever been. Now, bang for your buck, it'll be Colombia. Least expensive, Cuba. I don't even think Thailand is cheaper than Cuba, to be honest with you. And just based on what everybody talks about, they spend online.
See, Kenya was cheaper than Thailand for me. You get what I'm saying? And they told me Thailand was the cheapest place out of everywhere. And I end up, I'm like, it's just so much to do in Thailand, and there's so much temptation in Thailand, and like I felt like, yeah, you're gonna spend money because it's just so like everything you could think of they have available to do there. So it's kind of like it's just for me personally, I got Thailand the second. Like Kenya's cheaper than Thailand for sure for me. Like for sure. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I think the difference is that a lot of people haven't been to Africa. So when they're comparing what's the cheapest, they're comparing it to other countries that is not Africa. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm telling you.
Colombia is cheaper than DR. So here's how my cost-effective list goes. Kenya's number 1, Thailand is number 2, Colombia is cheaper than DR for me, basically. So DR is my most expensive country that I personally have been to. You get what I'm saying? Basically. But a lot of people might say DR is their cheapest. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of...
Oh, yeah, okay. Because you've been to Thailand, you've been to Colombia, you've been to...
Kenya and DR.
Brazil's more expensive than DR.
Brazil's more expensive than DR. Yeah. But DR is my most expensive place that I've been to. Like I spend money in DR like water.
Time out.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it because you went to Sosua? Because from what I hear,
I've been to Punta Cana too, though. I've been to Punta Cana.
No, these are tourist areas. Punta Cana is way more expensive than Sosua. But Santo Domingo, I hear is not expensive at all. So I don't know. It depends when you say what's the name.
I could save more money in Colombia than in DR for sure. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense. Kenya, Thailand, Colombia, DR's last as far as cost-effective places. You get what I'm saying?
Brazil gonna be after DR, brother. I'm telling you, man. Brazil gonna be after DR. And I don't want people to think I like Brazil, but I'm a realistic person. I can tell you my experience. Your experience might be different. I'm a realistic person. Brazil is more expensive than DR, way less expensive than Costa Rica. Costa Rica is probably the most expensive place in Latin America. Mexico depends on where you're at in Mexico. It could be higher than Costa Rica, but Costa Rica is probably the highest.
I mean, we're just talking about just the pocket money aspect, like flight in B&B. Like I don't add that in. You see what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in this spot to where it's like you said $4,500, and I'm kind of in this spot where it's like I'm really gonna spend $4,500 in 2 weeks in Brazil. That sounds kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You spent how much in Thailand?
I mean, the whole trip costed $6,000. So I mean, I spent about $3. I want to say three, almost $4 for the month though. For the month,
if you could spend $3,000 in Thailand, you're going to spend a lot more than that in Brazil.
Yeah, but for two, that's what I said, 3,000. I spent 3,000 in a month in Thailand. Let's say pocket money, right? Versus 2 weeks in Brazil, 4,500 sounds crazy though. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying minimum 4,000, but the first time you was in Thailand, like you said, you spent like $8,000, right?
Yeah, altogether, the whole trip, not just pocket money.
Not just minimum. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think you can still do it if you. But the issue is, as a content creator, man, unless you want to have the couch lives, you want to sit in the couch and bring a bunch of 3s and 2s, then maybe you can do it for like 25 to 3,000. Maybe you can do it for 3,000 for 2 weeks. But from what I think, the issue is this. In Thailand, you was okay with bringing 3s, 4s, and 5s there because that's what the thing was. You're going to go out to Brazil and you're going to see some stuff. You're going to be like, wait a minute. We're going to need a funding for this chick because, dog, I don't see her anywhere else. I don't see her anywhere else. It's going to be like that. It's going to be some of those, a lot of those. Just not the majority.
So Brazil got the baddest chicks you've seen, basically. Is that what you would say? Again,
baddest meaning on a scale of 1 to 10, Brazil got 11s and 12s. The ratio, though, the amount of ones of good-looking women, it go to Colombia. But if I had to pick what's the best looking combination you'll ever see in the world. Mind you, I've been to even these places. I've been to all these places. Variety. Brazil is gonna be it. They really mix Brazil. But again, if you really a person who likes the language, you're gonna have, I mean, I don't want to jinx nobody, but you might not have a great time.
I mean, I'm gonna learn some key phrases. Obviously, I'm not gonna be fluent by the time the trip rolls around. You know, I'm not gonna be on, Don Banks where I'm just talking to him, for revoir, all of that stuff. But I'm just kind of, I want to just note a few things, like, just a few key phrases, so I'm just not like totally a fish out of water, basically. But I understand. I'm just like you. I like to communicate. And because being social it just makes the trip so much better when you can just talk to the people, you having a good time. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, like, so as far as like, you would rather go to a country where you could communicate versus a country where you couldn't communicate because the social aspect is that important to you, Flyboy? Or
yes, because interactions is what makes it happen. And here's the thing: if I can't communicate, then all I'm doing is seeing sites. I don't want to just look at a bunch of sites. I could look at sites online. I could watch a video while I look at sites. I want to communicate with the people. I want to know what the people think. And again, the people in Brazil that still accept you, they still listen to like Lauren. They listen to like and shit in Ghana the same thing. They listen to like old school hip hop and Lauryn Hill and different old school singers, but surface level interactions has just never been my thing.
Surface levels, so it's very transactional in the long term connections, basically, versus it feels very intimate in the moment. I get what you're saying. So it's intimate in the short term, but transactional in the long term, basically. Is that the way you would say? Basically, like you don't have right now.
I don't have experience on the long term. The only girl I was with for a long time. It was only like 5 days with the girl with the what's the name? She never asked for no money, but I had to pay for all the food and stuff. But she never asked for no money, so I can't really say long term is transactional. The other girls, it was just a 2-day, 1-day thing. But the when I spent 5 days with, it wasn't really like I had to give her money. I had to do stuff, but I had to give her money.
So I mean, if you was fluent in Portuguese, you feel like you would love Brazil more than you do, or what? Or
if I was fluent, I would like Brazil more than I do. I would, but I think Sao Paulo would be more my vibe because the beach culture was cool, but I don't know. I like the city culture. I like, and I nightlife. You can't be real with nightlife. Well, yes, you can actually. Sao Paulo is spread out, but it's still. I don't know. I think I like it more. Yeah.
So you've been in Brazil one time, basically.
One time.
And you did 3 weeks in Brazil.
I did 2 weeks in Brazil. 2.
I mean, you don't have no urge in you to go back. Like on a 1 to 10, how much do you want to go back to Brazil?
I say 6, 7. Like I don't have a big urge because I told people. What I'm doing now is I'm spending time in Colombia, getting to know all the parts of Colombia so when I retire, I know what I'm gonna do. Also, because I want to go into different places, Rello, you're never going to build any real relationships. Everything's going to be temporary because you don't go there. Like I go to Colombia every other month. I might go to a different part, but I go to Colombia every other month. I stay in the same apartment every time I go to Barranquilla. I go to Bogota. I got people I can call up. I ain't got to go find a new woman every single time. And I can do all this stuff. A lot of people, when you jump from place to place, you can't build no real connections because they don't see you there. And for me, the real connection is more important than just hitting a bad joint, because hitting a bad joint is just a money thing. That's just a cash thing. If I got 200 kangaroos, I can hit the baddest joint I want. But it's only 200 kangaroos. But if I can interact with a woman and she say, "Yo, well, next time you come to Bogota, come back with me," or I could meet a girl in Barranquilla, like the models I met in Barranquilla. And then when I get to Bogota, she's like, "Hey, I just finished working this fashion runway show. Me and my friend together. We want to come make some content with you, and we want you to we want to go out and eat." I said, "Cool." make live content, 3-hour live with 2 models, top models is on posters in Bogota because I made a connection with one of them in Barranquilla. You can't do that when you're moving around all these places. That's why I said, Rello, find the one place you think you could stay there for long, build up your character, build up your channel, build up your content, get the watch hours, get monetized, and then master that one place before you go a bunch of other places. That's why I said you're going to Brazil, you're going to Thailand, you're going to all these places. It's good to check them out, but as a content creator, if this is what you really want to do, which I guess I was watching it live, if this is what you really want to do, you can't just start doing what Barbara TV does. Barbara TV's money is not going to be the same as your money. You can't do what I used to do going all these places. My money not going to be the same as your money. You can't do what Lord would do because your money is not there yet. Emphasis on yet. So you gotta do what somebody like a Slav or Marwa did. Stay in one place, build up that place that you can afford, and then as soon as you get going, all right, we're gonna take a quick weekend trip to Peru, and we're gonna be right back because now you settled in this place. I mean, and you got to become like, again, if you settle in Thailand or you settle in Philippines, or you settle in Thailand a little bit easier, then you can go to Philippines, you can go to Vietnam, you can go to Cambodia. You can still go places, but just stay in that section because the more you jump around, Thailand, Brazil, Dominican Republic, your funds will be depleted in no time. And now you'll be like, damn, I just had, how much you had in Thailand? How much money you had in Thailand?
That last trip was 6,000 total.
How much did you raise altogether?
6,000.
You raised $6,000. You could have stayed 3 months in Colombia and created content for 3 months off that $6,000. You could have really, if you would have did a long term, just pay for your Airbnb and pay for your thing right away. You could have stayed in Thailand. No, see, Thailand got the 90-day thing, so it's a little bit different. But you could have went to Mexico and stayed for 3 months, and then in that time still do fundraisers, get your content built. But the more you move around, do 2 weeks here in Brazil, 2 weeks here and there, it's going to be very difficult.
You're going to eat your money up. I get it. I hear you. I definitely hear you. And it makes sense to just stay in one spot, put out your content, build up that place, save some money. Yeah, I get it. I know all this jumping around is expensive. I mean, but here's my thing. And like the subs are telling me what they want to see. So I'm going off, like they want me to go to Brazil. Like I didn't just say like, Brazil's you see what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in this spot to where it's like, all right, I got to listen to my subs because I told them we could go to South Africa first. And they said, no, let's go to Brazil first. And it was like, all right, I'm listening to y'all because I kind of chose the last trip to go back to Thailand to do, the stuff we did with Future. So it's kind of like I'm letting the subs drive the car because I trust them and they donate their hard-earned money to see this. So it's kind of like I'm in this position where it's like, all right, if they telling me, they want me to go here, I got to listen to them because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, if I'm paying out of pocket for stuff now, it's like, all right, we going here. But I'm kind of in this spot to where I trust my subs so much because we developed that type of relationship where it's like they telling me Brazil is the one. I believe Brazil is the one. You see what I'm saying? So I'm in this spot to where it's like, bro, Flatboy, like I'll spend my own money like on this. I think a lot of people get it mixed up like, Rello, you do this, you do that, but like they don't understand like I'm so passionate about this that I'm never stopping this because I genuinely love this with everything in me, Flatboy. Like I love this travel content.
And this again, if you wasn't working as hard as you do, again, while I don't move the way you move, and there's nothing wrong with the way you move for you, but for me, I wouldn't do it. I just share the screen because this is something that you're not going to get from anybody else because people are so, I guess, embarrassed by it. It's not a video. Just share the screen right here.
What is it though? Because what is it?
These are my analytics for the last 28 days. I want to give you a look into the actual numbers of how things works and how you can get this stuff because this is important for you to have an idea when you want to become a content creator on YouTube, how things work. Now, mind you, all of my videos are not monetized. And also, I don't take donations and I don't take cash. So you got to understand when I show you these numbers, it's not saying this is where you're going to be at because you do take the super chats. You do take the super thanks. This is just giving you an insight on the AdSense revenue on the stuff that goes down. You get what I'm saying? So, look, I just got $625 in the last month, right? Which is 100. Normally I make between like $400 and $1,300. Depends on what month it is, because your month, again, AdSense isn't you get paid a certain amount every month. The range is gonna differ. So I might get paid $400 one month, and then in December, because it's Christmas time, I'm getting $1,300 a month. But you got to look at how many views I got. I got 130. And it's the same amount of views as usual. I got 134,000 views, Rello. Remember, I told you that 230 people in the room is good, but it's not a significant factor when it comes to content creation. Is because you'll have to depend on them to give you money if you're not hitting 100K. Shout out to what's his name? Shout out to Homie Sub. He made a list. During his listing, he made a list of how many views everybody had. I was like the 5th person on that list. Mind you, while I do produce more content than everybody, I'm not a full-time content creator. I was the 5th person on the list, the 5th highest on the list, and I had 135,000 views. So you're telling me the people that hire, you got Lord, you got Check, you got Ace, you got Passport Heavy. Well, not Passport Heavy, not the shit. But you got Check, you got Ace. Where do you think you're going to fit in on the AdSense where you're going to make more money than what I just showed you right off the bat?
I'm not saying I'm going to make crazy amounts starting off, Flyboy. I know that. I'm just in this position to where I know I'm going to be able to make enough to basically support myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I get what you're saying. Like, you basically saying don't come in this game thinking you're going to be making a crazy amount of money right off barrel because the views don't basically.
Whoa. Well, that's not what I'm saying. You will make the money. You raise this money. You will make the money. The issue is once you go abroad and you decide to stay abroad, you need consistent money. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The range can 1 month your supporters might support you, and they gonna give you $8,000 for a trip. The next month they're gonna give you $4,000. Still a lot. The next month they might be like, "Yo, Rello, you ain't been crashing out enough. We're only gonna give you $200." Now you have to rely on another source of income. And if the only other source of income you have is ad revenue, you're gonna have to have over $135,000 subscribers. I mean, 100,000 views every month to get at least $600.
Yeah, but everybody RPM is different though, Flyboy. Like, I mean, I could be at a higher RPM than you just based off YouTube's algorithm. You get what I'm saying? So
if you were in the finance field, Rello, you would be. If you were in a certain field, you know how it goes: travel field, entertainment field. You fit somewhere in between the travel and entertainment field. If I'm in the travel field with this content, right? Even though I do have some financial videos, if you're in the entertainment field, you're going to start off at a lower. Again, you got ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get ChatGPT because you got to see the what's the name. You can even ask ChatGPT, and they'll tell you the cost per click on the entertainment is the lowest, and that's where you fit in somewhere in between that. So when you start traveling, until you start showing like the areas and all that stuff, they won't put you on the travel content. They'll keep you at entertainment, and it's going to be very difficult to get a higher CTR click, from entertainment. Now comedy, if you get in that lane, but
I mean, I'm just kind of with me, Flatboard. I'm stepping out there on faith. Obviously, I do have amazing supporters that if I come to them and I tell them, like, listen, I'm not making as much as I initially thought, it'll be, that'll be a conversation. But I mean, I think I'm in a position to where, I think I'm gonna be able to make enough just off YouTube that I'm gonna be able to sustain myself. Just I don't know, like, and that's what I'm kind of a little bit leery about. I'm very leery about that. Huh?
I said I agree, and a lot of people are like, "Yo, you gotta be bugging." I've seen it. I agree that you can. The issue is, it has to be starting off, because I'm a business person. I'm a numbers person. A lot of people, like you said on the other line, they never understood the business aspect of things, and to understand, they just understand the connection aspect of things. You can do it, but you're going to have to give up going to an expensive place like Brazil right now and find a place where you can stay for a longer period of time so that your content can pick up. You're going, and people say, "Oh, we wanted you to go to Brazil." From what I've seen, people wanted you to stay in Thailand a little bit longer. But I know you wasn't feeling Thailand. You can't stay anywhere at that time. If you're not feeling, it's not going to be good content. But you got to find a place where you can, maybe again, Philippines, Vietnam, stay for a month. Again, you don't got to stay for longer than a month, and you can get an apartment for $500. You just got to pay for the whole thing. $8K, $8K, and you raised $8K. That could have been 4 months in the country, and you know how much money you would have made staying 4 months in the country with one video that go viral. Oh, and one thing I wanted, because I was watching live. You were saying you told most of you didn't want to put out any content because you don't want to get paid for it. Let me tell you something. I dropped a video before I got my first. Do you know what got me monetized? The Black Man's Guide to World Travel. I dropped it and I got a bunch of views that didn't get paid. But then while it was still going up, I got monetized. So while I didn't get paid for the first views, it kept going up, and I started getting paid from the video. So while you might not get paid, you might be dropping stuff, your best content, you might not get paid right now. Evergreen content is going to always get paid. Mm-hmm. Like, I wish I could show you one video I had almost $8,000 off of one video with 1 million views. Again, $8,000. Now I got a bunch of 300,000, 400,000 views videos. I did have to put the ones behind the wall because, again, YouTube.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, okay, when you say one video $8,000, that's over the lifetime of the video, or is that in the first 30-day cycle?
That's 3 years. In 3 years. In 3 years. The first, it was, because remember, the video don't stop growing. Once a video goes, most videos that go viral don't stop growing unless you put it behind membership. Right. It just grow.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, getting $8,000 at one time versus getting $8,000 over 3 years is a big difference. You get what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Explain that.
Like, okay, so like, all right, you put a video out, and in 30 days, your next, all right, you put a video out. It does. You get what I'm saying? Like, when people hear that, they think, oh, he put a video out and made $8,000 the next pay cycle. You're saying you made $8,000 of the life of the entire video. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Like on one video, 3 years. But you got to remember, that one video going viral brings up your other videos. So while I made $8,000 off of that video, I made $4,000 off another video. Remember, the whole guides, all the guides that's behind wall now, they done passed. I wish I could show. They done passed thousands of dollars off each video. So it's called compounding. It's compounding, and that's the thing about putting out as many videos rather than trying to find the right video to put out. It compounds. So I might have only made, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know you don't want to put out. I will put out my best content just to get the monetization. Once I get the hours of monetization, I will try to put out even more content. But you never really know if your best content is going to hit, or if some weird video you recorded in McDonald's is going to get 29 million views. It just put
it
the
just
content.
Depends on the algorithm. That's the it just depends on.
Listen,
yeah.
Just put the
I mean, the Black Man's Guide to Cartagena was your highest view video, right? Basically,
no,
right?
Long form, yes. Long form, yes. Not the highest view video.
Okay, so when you cooked that up, you didn't have no idea that it was gonna be that successful, or what? What was the thinking when you put that out? It was just another part of the fleet.
All right, so my whole thing is that when I grew up, I didn't have somebody to show me a way that worked for me. You have to be a comedian, you got to be a rapper, you got to be a gang member, you got to be a cop, and none of that stuff really worked for me. So I try to find a different way, and through travel, I found a different way. So what I was trying to do is I just wanted to bring it back to the people who from my hood. Most of my friends have been shot, locked up, or they got murdered. They got bodies on them. Most of my friends got bodies. I'm from North. Most of my friends got bodies on them. So it's like to give hope to the people who thought that all we could do was stay in this hood was my thing. But what I didn't know is that there was a need for somebody to show a different lifestyle. So when I made the Black Man's Guide, I was looking like it's something cool. I did all this. I paid $1,100 to get a trademark so that nobody else can use it. Because I was thinking, hey, what if a white guy comes and use it and I can't do nothing? So let me trademark it so nobody else can use it. That cost me $1,100. I had to promote all the stuff myself. I paid for everything myself. But when I seen it started taking off, I was like, what the hell is this? So I just kept going. By the time I got to Cuba, I was already in the millions of views on my page. Mind you, I've been on since 2009. I dropped the Black Man's Guide in 2019. I created in 2018, dropped in 2019. Between 2019 and 2009, 10 years, I got less than 1,000 views. I got less than 1,000 subscribers. I got less than 10,000 views, or less than 15,000 views. I have one view, but less than 200,000 views. Between 2019 and today, I've got over 48 million views. All because of compound in the Black Man's Guide. So again, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. But
because I mean, if you watch one guide and you like it, all right, you obviously want to see the guide to Costa Rica, the guide to Panama, the guide to DR. So it's kind of. I get what you're saying. Like that was a good thing with the theme, because I ain't gonna lie. When I first came across your content, I watched the Guide to Cartagena, and I was like, I like the way it was shot. I like the way it was narrated, and I was like, all right, let me check out his other, his other things that he got going on. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what you got to find. I think my opinion. It's my opinion. I'm telling you what you got to do, but that's what you should want to find. You should want to find something that does more than entertain, because entertainment can be boring in the next generation, but information will last forever. You show people how you can budget and live in Thailand. Budget, or Thailand is probably oversaturated now, but let's say you show people how to budget and live in Kenya for 30 months, for 30 days, or for 2 months, or for 3 months. People will watch that video over and over and over again. Rello's Guide to budget traveling. Rello's Guide to making it out, Gary. Something that's catchy or that can educate people as well as entertain them.
Okay, I want you to see what you think about this comment. What's your rebuttal to this?
It's the difference in live streamers and the video guide. Live streamers are interactive and money can be made instantly and unlimited. A video is slow grow, not guaranteed. I mean, he's not wrong per se, but you have to understand this. You keep it up so we can to make money off of live streams. And I just had this conversation on Ray's channel when you was there. It's gotten to the point that to make enough money to consistently make money on live streams, you got to almost kill yourself. Future doesn't know how to swim. If the other guy wasn't there to get him out of the water, he could have possibly killed himself to get the funds from everyone. If that's the minimum of entertainment you have to hit in order to consistently get people on your lives to bring you money, then guess what's going to happen? Eventually, it's going to get to the point where something goes wrong. And that's why while you focus on live streaming, I do live streaming. I do these are desktops. You know, it's two different. This is desktop. Then I have the IRL live streaming. I have a Jeep Talk where I live stream vertically. All this stuff is compounding. The views are still compounding. But you cannot depend on people watching the live stream and donating on that consistent of a basis, because to meet that donation, you have to go higher and higher and higher. You said the first time you went to Thailand, you raised $8,000, right? This time you went to Thailand, you raised $6,000. The only difference is the first time you had a lot of what they consider crash. I don't know what you consider it, or explosive content. Let's just say explosive content. You had a lot of this time going into that. You were more reserved. You were more trying to see the longer picture. So while some people said it was boring, it was just you trying to adapt to the environment that you're trying to get into. But they donated less. Now that you're getting this way, you're trying to go another. Well, you're going the same route, but you're just going on another basis. The next one might be 4, and then the next. Let's hope not. Knock on wood. The next one might be 4. Then the next one might be 2. Then they say, "Hey, Rello, you ain't crashed a car in a long time. You ain't tried to sneak record a chick in a long time. We're not gonna give you more than $1,000 for you to go to your next trip." And I would say if that ever comes up, you should have a whole thing on the side already going from either AdSense or monetized content.
Yeah, and that's the thinking behind it, is like getting away from like having to need so, because my subs have donated every dime for so many trips, to where it's like I also want to get in a position to where it's like the subs don't have to donate all of the money for the trips, but it would be nice to like, oh, they can help with this, and then I can handle this part of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I always want to reserve the right to be like, all right, y'all want to go to the next destination? I need some help with this. I got the rest right here. Like, I just think that's the best way to do it, to where it's like, I'm not feeling like I'm taking advantage of just having a great support system, because I genuinely do value every dime that comes in for these trips. It's a lot of money. I know a lot of people are making sacrifices to send in, 400, 500, 600. So like, ideally, I just always want to get to the position of where it's like, all right, y'all ain't got to fully pay for the whole trip. I got 2,000 on it. Let's figure out how we can do. All right, y'all got this flight. I got the return. Oh, y'all got the B&B. All right, I got the pocket money this time. So I'm kind of always in this position to where it's like, I feel like I just genuinely know, like, the subs know I'm not like one of those people that's just like trying to milk, because if they felt like that, they wouldn't have donated the money to me, because they know like I genuinely appreciate it. And I think that's why I always tell people, you got to give people credit for being smart with their money. They know like I'm gonna go and I'm trying to do the best that I can for the donations, and I'm not just like milking the situation. And I like the fact that me and my subs are like on that type of wavelength where they like, okay, we understand, Rello, you would pay for it if you could actually afford to travel as much as we want you to travel, because we just love what you bring to the space. So I'm just kind of in this space where I'm like, all right, me and my subs, like, we like eye to eye, man. I ain't gonna lie, like we locked in a certain. We just so locked in a way to where like I can have conversations like this where it's like they know, like they've been watching me for 2 years now. Here we are, almost $80,000 in trips, and I'm just like, man, they understand me to the level of like, because bro, when you donate to somebody, you really gotta have a certain relationship with them where it's like, I rock with you so tough, and I believe in what you got going on, and I want to help you. You get what I'm saying? Like, they actually want to help me, and I think that's just the highest form of appreciation, man. When it's like, all right, Rello, we want to help you do what you're trying to get done. You get what I'm saying? So that's
what you're doing right now with the kick thing. I feel like, again, the closest thing I can relate it to is this AB and Dean thing going on right now. If you could. Because, they put the wildest stuff on the kick, but they also managed to put enough content on YouTube that people are not dissatisfied with YouTube. One thing I will say where I think you might have been able to do a little bit better or different is when you were in Thailand, you would come on YouTube for like 30 minutes and then go straight to kick. But then you wouldn't leave a video up on YouTube. So then the people from YouTube kept feeling like either he's forcing us to pay on Kick for anything rather than just saying, hey, like Dean and AB, they got content that's interesting on YouTube from but you go on Kick and now it's a whole wide open thing. I see it kind of feels like you're doing that, but when you clip off YouTube, now it's like, damn, Rello, how can we even want to subscribe to Kick as much as we do when you're not leaving us no content on YouTube?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, people know I can get away with stuff on Kick that I just can't get away with on YouTube. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you can edit stuff that you got away with. Like, for example, you might do I think you did a 14-hour live or something like that. You might do a 14-hour live, right? And all of the live or 10-hour live, all of the live is not accessible. But there may be clips of the live that's an hour long or 30 minutes long that you can upload to YouTube to give people a sense of the fact that you still appreciating them and it's not just a money thing. And guess what they're going to do? Once they see that you consistently, they can go back. They ain't gotta, if they miss your live, they ain't got to worry, oh my God, I can't ever see it again. They can go back and watch it. Then they will subscribe to you on Kick. They will say, oh snap, Rello is dropping this stuff here. And then wait, what happened here? The girl came in, she put on the outfit, she jumped on the stage, and then the video cut off. Where can I find that at? And then they go to Kick. So again, but not having nothing up. Ugh,
I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. It's like take the live streams from Kick and put them in a video format and upload it to the YouTube channel.
The safe parts.
Yeah, the safe parts. The safe parts
okay.
For sure. I definitely. And I'm gonna be on that going into, like, you know what I'm saying, this next chapter. Like you know, like I just started taking this serious, bro. Like, you got to think I've been on an unmonetized channel like this whole time, like multiple trips, not even making a cent off YouTube, man, not even caring. But now it's like I actually care about this fly boy. Like
right.
you like it's just a whole different. It's a whole different mind frame, fly boy. I ain't gonna lie.
You just said not making a sense off of YouTube, bro. You made $8,000 for one trip. Most people don't make $8,000 a year on YouTube, bro. You do know that, right? You do know that. I wish you would look up the percentage of people who make money on YouTube, bro. Because most people don't make $8,000 on YouTube for a whole year. You made that in one trip. I do not understand what you mean you don't make money off of YouTube.
But I mean, outside of the fundraising, you get what I'm saying? Like most people, bro, if they raise $8,000 to go on a trip, there's no way they're gonna take that on an unmonetized channel. That's just like idiotic to do, right? So it's kind of like one of those things to where it's like me not being monetized and being able to raise $8,000 from my subs. That's truly amazing. But if I had some videos that were up in perpetuity from that $8,000 trip that could be making money right now, that would be in the money. Now it's kind of like I'm so backlogged from the money I could have been making that I'm playing catch up now at this point. You get what I'm saying, Fly Boy? So
hey, brother, I definitely see what you're saying, but you know what to me is the problem, or one, not just is other problem, but one of the main problems. This, once you fill this up with content, you can use it as many times as you want in different ways. If you just recorded all of your stuff on your trip, whether you're monetized or not, when you finally get monetized, guess what you can do? You can take all your content down and re-upload it, so now it gets hits again. But if you never record nothing, then you have nothing to share.
I got it right here. I got it, bro. I got stuff.
That's
bro,
what I'm saying.
Fly Boy, I got stuff.
Right, so you use everything. That's what I'm saying. You use everything to get yourself monetized on YouTube. You put everything up that's linked, that's safe, Rello, safe. It's got to be safe. No ifs. It could be boring to some. It's got to be safe. You put everything up there, right? Once you get the monetization, you take everything down or put everything on private and re-upload everything in a different fashion. So now people are looking at it as new, or people who are just catching on, and now you monetize everything. You see what I'm saying? Because you still got this. You still got the gold. This is IP. intellectual property. This is intellectual property. This is something that nobody else can take from you. Regardless of what happens, you can pass it down to if you have kids in the future. You can pass it down to your kids, your grandkids. They can re-upload it. They can make money off of it, all because you recorded one trip. So when you say, "Oh, I don't want to put nothing out because I'm going to lose. I'm gonna put nothing good out," it's like, shoot, let me put it out. If it's good enough, I'll take it down, re-upload it, add something to it, and then it'll go viral again. And guess what? Now I double back on both of them, and it's not reused content because you're doing something different with it. So again, like I would be Relly, if I were you, I'll be dropping content. I know you're going live all the time, which is good. That's a good thing. But I don't want people, and this is what I'm saying to everybody. It's not just Relly. Do not just go live, because lives do not make more money than video on demand content by far. You may get more super chats, but it's not consistent. The issue is you got to still be performative to make money on live. I put one video up, I'm still getting paid off a Black Man's Guide I made in 2019 every month. So
videos is always going to be king, and like I mean, it's not, this platform is not really built to bring in millions of dollars off live streams. Let's just be honest. It's not Twitch. You know what I mean? So I get it.
Because this platform is a for-profit platform. So it does like when you do live streams if you get donations, because and they will push if you get donations, they will push your live streams out to more people because they get a portion of your donation. However, that becomes okay. It's a difference between, and I know people in the chat might not agree with me. This is my opinion. Live streams and video on demand, which is the video section, is the difference between working for somebody, working a job, or passive income. If you always gotta work, you can only make the money when you have the time. There's only 24 hours a day you can make money, because most people are not going to rewatch. They're not going to rewatch lives, and that's why lives don't go viral. But if you got a video that go viral, passive income, you don't have to promote the video. You don't have to touch that video again for the rest of your life, your grandkids' life. That video is gone. But again, it's just, do you want to be a worker or do you want to be a boss? That's what it is. You want to be a worker or you want to be a boss? Live streams, you're a worker. You got to work for the people. A video on demand, you a boss. I drop it once, get paid. I'm getting paid. You just see, I just showed you. Listen, most people ain't gonna show you that. I just showed you, bro. I've been here 17 years. I'm still making $600 something, $500 to $1,300 a month. That's a car note. That's rent in Thailand. That's rent in Colombia. Just off of AdSense. And I don't get the 8K. Come on, bro. You got so much opportunity. You just gotta.
I gotta capitalize. I get it. That's why I say me not being monetized. I was leaving a lot of money on the table, and I finally realized that. And I know you could tell from the other live I was speaking on, like, damn, like you wasn't even monetized. So, and that's I get it, Flatboy, and I understand. Like once I get this channel monetized, it's definitely gonna be. You're gonna see a lot of the video uploads. You're gonna be seeing me working a lot. I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna be going so hard, Flatboy. I'm gonna be going hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Brother, you cannot wait till you monetize. You gotta do that now, today. You need I don't know if you work during the day, or if you really got a job during the day. Whatever you do during the day, I will be chopping up content. Any content I got with women, I'm chopping up. I'm adding sound effects. I'm making them into shorts, because shorts are going to get you the subscriber base. Like I wish I could show you. I got a video where I break down the difference between a 1 million view video and a 1 million view short. Shorts is what's going to get you subscribers. Subscribers is a vanity metric. There's somebody that has 100,000 subscribers telling you this is a vanity metric. It doesn't matter. The subscriber count doesn't matter. The subscribers matter. The count does not matter once you're over 1,000. The subscribers count. The subscriber count doesn't matter once you're over 1,000. But if you want to get quick over 1,000, you got to do shorts. Shorts push you out to more people, but you're not going to make a lot of money off of it. I got a 29 million short. I made $2,000 off of 29 million views, but it also got me over the 100,000 mark. And if you the 100,000 mark is something for YouTube. So if you do get over 100,000, that's a difference for YouTube. Not meaning in life, but just different for YouTube. So, you know what I mean.
All right, hold the chat down. I'm coming right back, Clapper. I appreciate you.
All right, yo. But yeah, man, listen, y'all. I'll probably stay for like another 30 minutes. So when you get back, another 30 minutes, I gotta get to sleep. But again, man, shorts don't. Jersey boy, I'm gonna try to read some of the chat because y'all moving. This chat moving fast. Shorts doesn't really drive video to your IRL on demand unless you have a promotional package. For example, I just dropped the Black Man's Guide to Cali, Colombia, and after I dropped the guide, I dropped a bunch of shorts attached to that guide. So those shorts might do it, but on a random short, it's not going to make people look at your live form video unless it's like directly related to the video. If you can't just put like any video on your on a live stream, it's not gonna make them look directly at it. Well, I don't know. Again, he says he's playing cat and mouse with YouTube. He not allowed. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know they had the second chance thing, so I don't know if he got a second chance. He just not monetized yet. I'm not sure. How will he monetize? Again, see, the whole thing is that even having this conversation with Rello, if Rello doesn't listen or he chooses to go his route, it's still out there for people who may be having the same problem as Rello. So the conversation is needed. I know a lot of people say, yo, why? Because the conversation is needed so that people understand. And again, it just, people got to understand that you got to appreciate the people who come in your chat. But 230, what the guy said, you ever see Paid in Full? He said working in that laundromat is not gonna get you that A. Yo, doing live streams ain't gonna get you on no passive income. It's gonna be a job. So yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna put out videos. I'm gonna put out videos. I'm gonna really listen. I'm telling y'all they gonna see, man. I know it sounds like I'm just playing around, but y'all gonna see. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of videos. We're gonna be doing live streams. It's gonna be a good ride, man. It's gonna be a nice. I can see it already, Fly Boy. And you gave me some good advice, and I was already thinking about some of the stuff we talked about, like so I was like staying in one spot, saving money, because like I said, it is expensive to move around. Even on a trip, it's expensive to move around. You know, in the same country. So I definitely understand what you're saying, and I think a lot of people since I'm not like haven't been dropping it, and I think a lot of people just don't believe me. But once I start dropping these videos and they start seeing those uploads, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Rello wasn't playing around." You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna really be going hard. You just kind of like, YouTube. You kind of gotta show people because it's just hard to take somebody's word for it because it's YouTube. You can just say whatever. But I think by the end of this year, I think a lot of people gonna be like really surprised at like how hard I'm really working to get this channel to where I really want it to be, basically, because I have like certain goals that I want to get accomplished with this channel by the end of this year. But I really have a goal of being in a different position by this time next year. So I'm giving myself like a good year to kind of get the channel to like that upper echelon, Fly Boy. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm already like I'm already so like further. Like my projection is just I'm so already like there. I just really want to get like there. You get what I'm saying, Fly Boy? Like like I'm J. Cole. I want to be Jay-Z. You know what I mean?
But even within that year, you should be. While you're putting out content on YouTube, you should be milking this kick thing as long as they let people get it off, bro. While you're still working on getting monetized on YouTube, milking the kick thing, but you gotta put content on YouTube that's going to. I'm not saying send people, like don't put no links, because if you put links, they're gonna probably take down your channel because of the fact that content on kick that's not good. But if you refer them to it and then they willingly go, you should be okay. So I would say, man, if y'all want to see the rest of this, but you gotta end it. You gotta end it live. Like I think once, you had the girl. I don't know what happened with. I think Future Girl scared her away or something like that. You had the girl on your live and she was getting ready to do stuff. You was like, yo, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna y'all want to see the rest of this? Come on, kick in. And you ended it right there. And people was, wait, what? That's it? They gonna go. But unless you do that, I mean,
my support, bro. I honestly feel like I got the best subs anybody could ever really ask for. Like, I don't have to do no publicity stunts. I don't have to do nothing crazy. I don't have to do like my subs. When I tell them like I got a great trip for them, they believe me. When I say, hey, subscribe to the kick, they really rock with me. I'm locked in a way with my subs, Fly Boy. That's just I just really just love and value my people that support me, man. I got a family of people that really they just love me. You get what I'm saying? Like I got real lovely, great supporters that just really love me in a different type of way than just your normal content creators relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like I got active people that really want to see me actually be successful. And I don't think that's the same for everybody else. I think a lot of times people are just looking at people for just the entertainment value. But with me, they've seen me since I was first born. So it's kind of like, you feel me? Like when you've been around since the inception of something, you got a different type of relationship with it. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of
I'm gonna leave like in 10 minutes, but I want to give you like 3 things that I think you should think about doing. I'm not gonna tell you should do, but you should think about doing right now that can help you along your journey. The first thing is when you go, what you should do is in your background. I don't know if you put it on the wall, on the stand, get a vision board, which is a white board that you can write marker on and put your goals on that board, right? And then every time you hit a board, hit a check so that anytime you come live, people in the background, like you see how I got my stuff here, they can actually see, okay, Rello had this plan and he did that. And also when you're home, every time you go do something, you'll see him like, I gotta do that. That's the first thing. And the most important thing, because when you write it down and you can see it, it becomes real. If you could see it, you can see it. The second thing is people don't know nothing about you and Gary. You have an opportunity now to take what you do and show them your city. Show them where you from. Go to take a, maybe not take a bus, that's a long drive, but just go to the areas kind of like you was doing before, where you was going outside with the other guy and just show them your city. Whether you go, you like, yo, this is my favorite place to eat. This is my favorite place. Stuff that you could just do to build content up so people can get a background of who Rello is. Go to the city, do this. That's the second thing. That should be those 2 things you could do tomorrow. It's not maybe if you ain't got a fundraiser, you can't get the vision board, but you can, even if people don't watch it right away, they don't watch it right away. Once you blow up, they're gonna look back at your stuff and be like, oh snap, this is where Rello came from. We actually know where Rello came from. He came from Gary. He was doing this. Gary had this chicken place. We went to this place. He went to Michael Jackson house. He went to this other place. You got all the stuff in your city. Because I wouldn't want everybody to know. People could know me for traveling around the world, but they know I'm from Jersey. And they know I got content from Jersey. So that's what I think you should do there. And the third thing you should do is really pick a place that you know you can stay for a long time. Again, that's the other thing. Because again, that's I'm gonna keep mentioning that. Pick a place where you can stay for a long time. Don't just keep going places, because when the fund's depleted, yeah. So
you don't want to see. I get what you're saying. You don't want to see me in position where it's like the money's gone, the support is gone, and now I can't even get a trip. I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. I get it. I definitely, because like I said, you don't want to wake up one day and it's like, Rello, you can't even get a funding for $1,500 to go to Chicago. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely get what you're saying, bro. Like I understand. I'm hearing you, and I'm taking it. I'm absorbing the information. You know what I'm saying? But I also know in the back of my head that I'm so locked in with my subs that they never gonna forsake me like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like my son, like I know it's hard to believe, Fly Boy. My subs will never forsake me though. I'll be thinking in my head, like, you know, this shit gonna stop one day, but they will never, like, my subs would never like leave me like on stuck to where it's like, damn, like, you know, I really got left on stuck, like, because I really got some great supporters, man. My subs are they're my backbone to why I do this, bro. Like, without my subs, Fly Boy, I wouldn't even be motivated to come on here twice a week and pop it and really entertain. But they just kept me going through my times where I felt like giving up. You get what I'm saying? So I just really, I understand what you're saying is true, but I just don't see a day where they like, F Rello, we ain't rocking with them. You know what I'm saying? Because we just been through so much already where they could have been said F Rello. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in this position of where, you know, I get what you're saying. You want to be self-sustaining because you just have to be. But like, I always going to be in the position where it's like, all right, subs going to help me as much as they can. I just trust my sub. Like, I just trust my sub. I got 100% confidence in my subs, man. I got some great guys that really, really want to see me actually be successful with Fly Boy, for real, for real. They my dogs, man. I love my subs. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. So that's where I'm at with it. So, you know, Fly Boy, like, it's
I got a lot of homies that went to jail, and even their family turned on them, bro. Their family didn't come visit them. The jail wasn't even more than an hour away, right in Northern State. Their family didn't go visit them. Their girlfriend left them, messed with their homie. I don't know if you ever been down for a while, but if your family can turn your back on you while you in jail, you don't think a random person that don't know you can stop giving money to you? I don't know, bro. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, but I ain't gonna sit on here and say, yeah, it's gonna be a day where they ain't gonna never donate or support. But I just know, like, I'm not gonna be thinking like, damn, they ever gonna leave me on stuck, because I've been in a position so many times where it's like, damn, they could have been done it and they just still rock with me so tough because we just locked in that way. Like, I'm locked in with my subs in a way that I've never seen anybody else be locked in with, man. We got an unbreakable bond. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, for real, for real. Cause bro, after Kenya, bro, like, that should have been the end of everything, bro. But like, they gave me a second chance, and I love that. I love that they knew my heart and was like, we know this ain't you. We still rocking with you, bro. Like, you get me? Like, that was a career ending moment for a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? But my subs gave me a second chance because they trust me and they love me. You see what I'm saying? My subs really, they love me, Fly Boy. Like, it's just the best way I can put it. My subs just love me so much, man. And I love them too. You know what I'm saying? I got some great supporters, man. I got some great people in my team that really want me to be successful. They value what I bring to the space. I'm going to keep bringing them great travel entertainment. I'm just going to take them on a journey. This time, you know, 3 years from now, Fly Boy, we could be sitting here on a million sub channel. You get what I'm saying? And that's where I'm trying to take it to. I'm trying to take it all the way to the top. I ain't gonna lie to you, Fly Boy.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna head out, man. It was a good live, bro. Like, you got any last questions before I head out, man?
No, I appreciate you, man. You know you can slide through anytime, man. I'm on. This was a great one. This was a great live. I'm glad you slid through, man. Took time out your schedule and slid through.
Appreciate the invite, man. It's your boy F.
I'm gonna get you on Instagram.
All right, it's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
All right, Flyboy, be safe, man. Yeah, I like Flyboy, man. He's a really good guy. I really value what he's brought to the tribal space. When I first came into the game, his content was like was like some of the best content that I first like started watching. So just to see us on the same You know, going from just a subscriber and just a viewer to an actual content creator, it's kind of surreal that we kind of like eye to eye, basically, because I really, really his guides to all of those different countries is just amazing guides. He's got a vast knowledge on a lot of places, and I just think that having somebody like that in your corner that is just like a well of knowledge is very, very important. I know he was kind of thinking like, can't rely on the subs and all of this, and I understand that, but like it's hard for other people to understand that might not be in this position where they get like really great subs, like to the level I have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in this position to where, not everybody's going to understand the type of love me and the subs have between each other, and I truly understand that. And I just really, really, it's not for everybody to know. You know what I'm saying? But I know because we've been in this position so many times where it was like, man, subs ain't rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? It's over with for you. But I'm just always knowing like you never ever count your subs out because you got some really people in your corner that really, really want to see you take this thing all the way to the top. And I just really want to thank you guys so much for just constantly being there for me, helping me out, supporting the trips. It's just amazing, man. I will never. Sometimes I pinch myself just thinking about what did you do in life that people really, really rock with you so tough that they would just, support you in such a huge way that you guys do. And I kind of understand, like from the outside looking in, that a lot of people wouldn't really understand it, but they really do understand like what I stand for and what I value, as far as like standing on what you believe in the things that I'm trying to get done with this travel channel. So that's just kudos to y'all, man, for just knowing good entertainment and just valuing and knowing my heart of hearts is really the best way I can explain it. I never thought I would be in this great position to have people that just really, really rock with me so tough, guys. Like y'all don't understand how tough. Like my father passed, and we had to have a fundraiser for that. Like it's just stuff outside of just the travel entertainment that we've been through that just touched me from a different and a different level. Like you think his stuff is just about the entertainment, and I come on here and we laugh, and I'm with a 6. It's lit. Like that stuff is fun, but like when real life stuff happens, flights get canceled, this happens, this channels and this, and then it's like you guys are just always there to make sure your boy's straight, man. That just means a lot to me, man, for real. So I want to thank Flyboy for coming on tonight. It's been a great live, man. Where we on? We got 179 people in the building. We coming up on 3 hours, man. Appreciate Flyboy for taking time out of his schedule. I know he's a busy man and coming on tonight. Shout out to his lady friend that pulled up. So yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this one up. And for Sunday night, and I'm gonna see you guys back Friday. I'm gonna be doing some Kick lives. If you are not subscribed to me on Kick, please follow on Kick. I'm gonna be doing a few lives on Kick this week. So where the 600? I bought the flight. Okay, so I see a lot of people asking about the 600. I bought the visa and the flight, guys. All right, so that's what the money got spent on. The flight going to Brazil. I bought a one-way to Brazil, and I bought the visa. That was $600. All right, because I see a lot of people in the comments saying, I don't know why people. Okay. Oh, we got another guest. Pulls up. All right, welcome to Change the Plan Brazil trip next month. Welcome my guy, Big Heck, in the building. Let's go.
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me all right?
What up, Jay? You good? What up?
Hey, what up? Salute, Rello. Salute everybody in the chat. What up? How you?
You pulls up, man. I'm glad you pulled up, bro. What's up?
Shit, no, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I didn't want to over. You know, you had the goat fly boy putting you on some game, so I didn't want to
Yeah,
intervene with none of that.
yeah. He was putting me on a lot of game, bro. I'm glad you pulled up, man. Heck, what's going
No,
on,
man.
bro? What we doing?
Shit, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Just want to just chop it up with you. It's been a minute, so I want to jump in here and I wanted to say something. I got a bone to pick with you,
Okay,
Rello.
go ahead.
All right.
What's going
I
on?
think I think Songkran was a missed opportunity for you. You know, like I
Yeah,
think it would have been a good shot
100%.
for you to just be outside and just try to maybe get as much content, like as Flyboy said, with that little memory card you got. That's like the biggest asset you got when you're traveling. So just make sure you try to soak up every moment. Maybe if you're in Brazil, try to figure out what's popping. It don't got to be New Year, it don't got to be Carnival, but maybe see if you can find something popping that maybe other people don't find. Put them on game or something, because I think we linked up. I seen you when we linked up when you first touched down in Pattaya, but we ain't do no content. None. I think it would have been lit if you were just out there in the streets, just getting the hose wet. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have for sure. Yeah,
So, and I
yeah.
think you should. I mean, I think the video
Yeah,
uploading is a good idea, but honestly, like, shout out to Flyboy and listen. I'm a nobody, no subs, no name ass nigga here, just speaking my own opinion. But Flyboy ain't pulling thousands of dollars on a fundy. So it's like I think the lives is definitely where you like. That's your X factor. Like people can't really fuck with you there. Like you're the X. People are watching you. So I say make sure you still stay on them live streams, because you still get the people on Kick, you still get the people on YouTube. So keep that shit going. Yo, yo,
go ahead, Hank.
yo.
You cut out
My
for a
bad.
second. Yeah, go
My
ahead.
bad. Starbucks Wi-Fi acting crazy right now. Ugh. Nah. Nah, I think you're still the X factor with this live stream shit when it comes to this live streaming out and about. Like, I think you still garnish like the attention. And as I said before, we had a conversation back, I think last summer, talking about getting you over to Kick. So it's finally good to see you trying to make that transition over to Kick, pushing over there rather than trying to just rely on YouTube monetization.
Yeah. It's like heck. That's why I say, like, man, my subs are just. Honestly, I owe it all to the subs, bro. Like, and I honestly, like, these artists, and they say without my subs, or I wouldn't be where I'm at. I'm just in a great position to where, and I see why a lot of people I get the hate that I get, because I got really some great people that really, really want me to be as successful as possible. Heck, and that's really what it boils down to. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause bro, like you could, like, everybody saying you missed opportunities, you could have done this, but like from this moment on, I finally, like, when I say I'm taking this serious, like I'm really taking this as serious as it can be, because I got a lot of people that invested a lot of hard-earned money to make sure that this pops for me. You get what I'm saying? So it's just kind of I'm kind of now just appreciating the opportunity and taking it. When you go full expat and your livelihood depends on it, is way different than just doing it as a hobby. Hack. So I'm just in a different mind. You can even tell how I'm conducting myself. All the crash out stuff is done. I'm just in a great space, Heck, where I just love the way I'm thinking right now. You get what I'm saying, Heck? Basically, like
Yeah.
I'm focused on the business side more than just all the entertainment. And let's just, like I was living La Vida Loca. Just entertain yourselves. Come on here. Who cares about being monetized? Just go out there, have a lit trip. As long as the subs are entertained, you're good. And now I kind of like, I got to look at it from a different perspective, where it's like, okay, you can entertain the subs, but you also need to be capitalizing on the monetary aspect of it too. So Yeah, that's where I'm at for sure. Huh? What you say, Heck?
Nah, bro, for real, no glaze. But you're an entertainer when it comes to the lives, so you can't miss an opportunity like Songkran again. You know, like that's your type of thing. You're entertainer, your energy on 10. That's the type of event you gotta be at. So if Brazil got something like that, you might want to look it up. Probably see if there's something that's popping on the weekend, or talk to somebody, tap in, try to put yourselves in those spots at all times, bro.
Yeah. Going to like specific countries where like we was just talking about like Daddy December, Mardi Gras, you might want to go to something, Jamaica has the what's the thing in Jamaica they have? The freaking thing, the Mocha Fest and all of that. So I just really it's always gonna be like things to do as a traveler in other countries, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like I said, I'm just taking everything serious now, Heck. Like I'll be talking back and forth to the subs. We're gonna figure out how to put everything together, put the money together, and we just gonna take this channel up, and we just gonna stay focused on bringing these guys just great travel content. I'm gonna be just doing a lot of streams, a lot of videos. Like I said, I was just telling Flyboy this time next year, we're gonna be all the way up there. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just blessed, and I'm happy, man. I'm in a really good space mentally. Heck, you hear me, Jay? I ain't gonna
Facts. Nah, man.
I've been thinking. Go ahead.
Nah, man. You still got some of your supporters that be watching you and sending it in. They're supporting you. So I mean, your feet's to the fire now. So oh shit.
Yeah. So Heck, we still got a lot of people in the building. What you want to say to the people tonight?
Fuck them, nigga. All right. Catch you on the next one. Fuck them, nigga.
No, but Heck though.
Fuck them, nigga.
No, I'm like, what you like? Seriously, what you want to say? Like, you got anything coming up? You got anything you want to
Catch you on the next one.
What you want to say? Heck, you still there? All right. Heck is gone. All right, guys. We're gonna start wrapping this one up. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a great live. I'll be back Friday night at 8. Just with another great live. I'm gonna be streaming on Kick. If you are not following me on Kick, it's gonna be JRello219 on Kick. Appreciate you. I'm just typing it in, not dropping the link to it. JRello219 on Kick. Make sure y'all follow me there, man. If y'all want to stay up to date with everything I got going on. JRello219 on Instagram also, man. I'll be back Friday night at 8 or 9, my usual time. Thank you guys so much for everything, man. It's been a good one. I can't wait to watch this back. So until next time, it's your favorite traveling YouTuber's favorite traveling YouTuber, man. Y'all be safe. How y'all be safe? I gotta go. I'm going, y'all. Be safe.